You know what time it is. It's Saturday and the time is 1 o'clock.
Humongous ready, so the show's about to start. The beat steady, so the flow got a beat too. You like my intro, so I made one just for you. Chillmonger, he be from the north. 33 questions, you got no other choice but to check them out and feel as fine.
Yeah,
you got
Uncle.
one of the hottest shows
Welcome to the
alive.
show.
So have a seat and tune in. Chill is ready, so let's begin. 33 fire questions. Chillmonger made these questions. Please
every
check out
week,
these questions. Saturday,
me
1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
with Danny.
Don't you miss it.
Don't miss it.
Don't miss it. Peace.
And we are live, asking 3333 Burning Questions. And I'm joined by a couple of panelists. My name is Chillmonger, and I rap sometimes. And sometimes it's slick, and sometimes it wavers. But I never cease to make paper. When I come through, question number 1, I ask about Spider-Man villains. And I'm saying, are you campaigning to see? Is it going to be Electro? Is it going to be Mr. P? Mr. Positive? Is it going to be another villain we didn't see? How about that Scorpion dude with the tat? Where could he be? Go ahead, Alzo.
I actually want to see Tombstone. I used to think he was a great villain in the comics for Spider-Man, and I kind of liked that character, so I wouldn't mind seeing him.
Yeah, Tombstone's been being used in like the regular Amazing Spider-Man run right now. I think you could go with Tombstone, sure. There may be something happening there, a little bit of synergy between comics division and movies divisions. Maybe.
But
Jamie?
yeah, I like it. I like him. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead, James.
I would agree with Anzo. Honestly, that's one villain that I've wanted to see in live action for a long time. Tombstone, and now that I hear the rumor that they're actually going to feature Daredevil and the Kingpin in the next one, I feel like there might be a better chance of seeing characters from like the mob, like Tombstone and Silvermane and Kingpin and all that stuff. So.
None of that high school comic book stuff. None of that like childish Spider-Man anymore. We're into the adult life. Let's get into the mob.
Yeah.
I agree.
I go Mr. Positive just because he's Asian and we got to diversify things. Does Odin have another treasure room? Bruh, that was pretty lame as a treasure room. He had a fake Infinity Gauntlet. Only really special thing was like the ice making thing for the Jotunheim Frost Giants. That was a cool device. You could start some wars with that one. But you don't really have nothing fancy. Your treasure room is like a sentimental treasure room.
Yeah, I don't think he has another one though. Because when Hela went in, she pretty much was like fake. So she was in the same treasure room, right? And if there was another one, why wouldn't she go to the real one?
Yep. There's no other one. I think that's the only one that we saw. And even that one was pretty lame. Jamie?
I agree.
Okay, so that scene where Hela goes in and she like basically just like discredits that fake ass gauntlet or whatever. I think that was another instance of Marvel trolling us. You know how Marvel likes to troll us sometimes? Like they literally did it with the Mandarin, and then they did it with what's his name, Ralph Boner. Like I think that scene may have just been Marvel trolling us. So I don't know. Maybe he does have another one.
Why would you think it's a troll though? Explain. I'm confused.
I don't know. I mean, there could be several reasons for why they have that scene in there. Number one, because Infinity War was basically like the next movie right after that. And maybe that was just like kind of like an inside joke or like a slight tease for it or whatever. I don't know. It feels like, I don't know. Maybe because I feel like, Marvel does have a tendency, not all the time, but they do. They have trolled the audience. They have, sort of played on their expectations, sort of, kind of winked at themselves. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know.
No, I feel you. I was just curious to know why you thought it was, But I think it was basically because, everybody was like, oh, Thanos has that. Well, they knew how they were going to let Thanos get the gauntlet, which was created so they had to say the one that was in there was fake.
Yeah.
They weren't ready for that. They weren't planning things in 2011. They're just like, we're making a third movie. Maybe we'll team up in the Avengers. They weren't thinking long term. As I have this battle here with my microphone stand.
I actually think they were thinking long term. I just think they changed a lot of the things along the way. You know what I mean? And maybe when they were like showed the gauntlet in Odin's in Odin's fucking treasure room. Sorry,
it's right there. The word is right there. This guy's struggling.
Yeah, I know. Don't mind me. And when they found it in the treasure room, I think they're like, oh well, this is not how we're gonna have him get it, because he would have to go to Asgard to get it. So they're like, okay, we'll do it this way.
Okay, fine. Plans changed, but I think, and plans will always change. We should always forgive them for that, because they are mapping things out, and but they just need to know how to roll with those punches. Sometimes actors die, and you need to recast.
Oh, I agree, 100%.
What's up?
100%. You got 100%. You got to recast.
3. Why didn't Black Widow have like a subtitle? Why was the movie just Black Widow? You know how all the other movies, they always get a little Wakanda Forever, or what was Legend of the Ten Rings? Black Widow, that was it.
And I'm fine with that. I have a problem, to be honest with you. I think like movies that have that subtitle usually end up being caca. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, Captain America and the Winter Soldier really stunk, didn't it?
I said usually, because I'm thinking about, like, you know, you get the Universal Soldier, and then you get the Universal Soldier, whatever the tagline was, and that was garbage. You know, Terminator Dark Fate, garbage. You know what I'm saying? So I think there are some good ones with taglines, but I think majority of them are kind of like, I don't know about that one.
Break the tie. Jamie, why didn't it have a subtitle, and are you even in favor of these subtitles, which I am?
Yeah, I'm Anzo. I understand why they just started doing that. Like Iron Man was the first franchise, and they didn't have a subtitle. Like Iron Man 1, 2, 3.
Exactly.
You know, like but then after that, they just started doing like subtitles for no reason, and it was just like, just call it 2, just call it 3, just call it 4. Like, you know, I mean, Black Widow, did it help that movie? Not really, but I mean, there were some really good things in it, but yeah, it didn't need to have a subtitle or anything like that.
It could have been the Red Room, and then you would go, oh yeah, I heard that word in the Avengers movie. Oh, I heard that word before, Red Room. And it would have interested people. Maybe it wouldn't have made as little as it made, and it might have made 700 million. You never know, just from that one word.
Gray made a good point. It wasn't a sequel either.
Because it wasn't a sequel, so Black Panther 1 was just Black Panther, or Doctor Strange 1 was just Doctor Strange, and then you get the subtitle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
makes sense. That makes sense.
You're trying to like get the character introduced, but those were introductions though. Like with Black Widow, we've seen her like 6 times already by the time her movie came out. Very
true, but I'm like, if they had made a tagline, it would have proved my point, because that movie wasn't good. I didn't really enjoy it. Like he said, it had some good moments in it, but it wasn't that good. So for that tagline, I've been like, see, movies with tagline, garbage.
The fourth question, 33 Burning MCU Questions, where I got the writing is still blue. Hold on a minute. Let me get that yellow font up in there. Much better. I still got it in my DC settings from last week. We're asking now, how many Nick Fury appearances can we unanimously agree on that he was wearing the same eye patch for the entire film? Bruh. Okay, so obviously the cameo appearances, like in Iron Man, he was just there for one scene, the same eye patch. But then when we get to the Avengers, a long time passed. He had a little time on the ship and the SHIELD headquarters helicarriers. Probably like switched eye patches there. When he was getting attacked and ambushed by Loki early on, switched eye patches. Even towards the ending where they were saying goodbye to the team, he probably switched some eye patches. All right, definitely Nick Fury was not wearing the same eye patch in that movie. We see him in Winter Soldier. In that movie, it's where he has his little fake death, right? Okay. I think the whole time he's wearing the same eye patch when he was chatting at headquarters with Steve Rogers. Same eye patch when he's getting shot up in his car. Same eye patch. The thing is, when he goes into that surgery room where they try to make it look like his heartbeat stopped and he really died, you know, medical staff, they all had access to another eye patch. They switched up the eye patches there. So I'm going to go and give Nick Fury points. No, actually, wait. Wasn't that a fake doctor? It wasn't a real doctor. That was all staged, right? To trick the heroes.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't change
to trick everybody. It was to trick everybody.
Okay, no. He wore the same eye patch. And then he showed up at the very end to Director Pierce. Oh, you got to keep both eyes open, and flaps it open. That was the same eye patch. because he was all fake. It was all a trick. He never really had time to go switch it up. I don't think that the medical staff were like, "Oh, we got to switch it. We got to." No, none of that. Same eye patch in that exact movie. Who wants to fight me on that one? Good.
I think he's been playing the same eye patch all like. If there's one movie, I think they just give him one eye patch and he uses that one eye patch.
Even in Captain Marvel?
Yeah, I think it's one. Well, he didn't in Captain Marvel. He really didn't have the eye patch until the end, right?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm still going Winter Soldier. Same eye patch. He got to change his eye patches every other time. Winter Soldier, though, that man was definitely wearing the same eye patch.
Oh, wait, hang on. I got one too. In Spider-Man Far From Home, because technically it wasn't Nick Fury. So the eye patch wasn't even organic. It was real because Talos manifested it when he transformed into him.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, except for the end credit scene where he's just chilling. But like again, every time Nick Fury only has one scene, fine, I'll give it to you. You were only wearing an eye patch, so he has a lot of one-sceners, doesn't he?
Yeah. But you see, that's another thing too, right? This is another thing too, right? What if he films like he only has one scene in each? Well, 2 or 3 scenes. He films all his scenes in one day.
Bro, it really is the same eye patch on Nick Fury, on Sam Jackson. He's just like, yeah, I got this one. He keeps it in his pocket. We gotta monitor it now. Every scene I see, I'm gonna see is it the same eye patch with the same like markers on the eye patch. See if there's a scratch here, if there's a loose string coming out on the side. I'm gonna say that's the same eye patch.
He probably doesn't even watch it. I know that eye patch stank. The eye patch full of stank.
It probably is.
Number 5. Which group therapy would you rather be in, She-Hulk's or Cap? Is it even She-Hulk's? I should call it Abomination's group therapy. He was the leader.
Abominations, yeah.
I think the one in She-Hulk with Abomination leading it, that's the one where you kind of find fulfillment. But with the Cap, that would mean something tragic happened to you, like you lost a loved one and you're trying to like survive. I hear myself in the background, Trinity. I think I would rather be with She-Hulk. She-Hulk looked like it was fun.
I would go with the She-Hulk one because actually I did like that, or the end part of the therapy session in that episode when Jen started revealing how she felt about he's getting story development. I was like, all right, I like it. Yeah, probably the She-Hulk one. The people there seem cool. The Cap one is like that's too sad. It's too tragic.
And it was sad.
I don't even know if they probably really talk. If it was like Cap's just talking, they're just sitting there, just listening.
Obama stay for sure. Hey, I like that play on words. What if Talos has been subbing in for Fury this whole time? I hope not. I hope I was getting the real Talos all the time. Kimoyo Kid, hello. What's up, Sub Jared? What'd you say, Anzo?
I said I'd rather be with She-Hulk's too. Caps looks like it's gonna make you crying. You know what I mean? I don't want to be crying, sitting there crying. You know what I mean? I'll have some fun. So yeah, I'd go She-Hulk's all day, every day.
She-Hulk's the way to go, right, Jamie?
Yeah, I agree. She-Hulk.
Trinity, you here?
Yes.
You got Abomination She-Hulk, or you got Cap doing Sam Wilson's?
Definitely Cap. That's definitely more where I fit in at, more suited to my personality, I guess you could say. Dealing with, I don't know, I guess talking through serious issues and things like that. Certainly more connection, more kind of feeling. I mean, like I said, I think it's more of a downer kind of group, as in what they're going through at the time, but I think that's probably where I'd rather be at.
You'd rather be next to the Russo Bros and Jim Starlin?
Absolutely.
Did you notice that cameo that it was Jim Starlin in the group?
Yeah, man.
I didn't see him. I just saw Joe Russo.
I felt so good because I'm
notice how he didn't throw in Anthony. It's kind of.
I guess he was holding the camera.
Man, he told Anthony, "Now you be a good boy. Get behind that camera. Can't be in this movie with me."
Cap, too much stupid going on in Jen's therapy session. We got character development finally for Jen in Obama Stay. See, I like this question. It splits the audience.
Look, I don't know why. As a guy, you should be picking a She-Hulk session. Because think about it. Let's say you're there. You can have a chance to ask her out on a date.
Not every guy is into large green monsters.
Jen don't want dates. She wants to get
90% of us are. We just
of course.
Not when they look like Shrek, bro.
Number 6. When is Phase 4 complete? There's a reason I'm asking this, but just say it. Trinity, when is Phase 4 complete?
You know, I don't know. I kind of feel like it's already complete, or at least it should be.
Jamie, when is Phase 4 finished?
After Wakanda Forever releases.
Does anyone have a different answer? Okay. The Christmas special for Guardians of the Galaxy is coming right after. It's considered Phase 4. Why don't we give that credit? That's like the sub question within this question. I would also say Wakanda Forever. I feel like that the Guardians thing is just like filler content. Is it really going to matter? No, Phase 4 is done.
Until Ant-Man drops, everything is still Phase 4. So does is this Christmas special canon or is it like the Groot one?
Canon. Just the way it's canon. Groot is canon.
Yeah, and I think it actually.
I don't think that Groot
Kevin
one
Bacon.
is canon though.
I think it raises a lot of questions with Kevin Bacon because, as we see, they've done with a lot of the Fox X-Men stuff. They're doing some crossover things there. Yeah. I kind of feel like obviously Kevin Bacon played Sebastian Shaw in the X-Men, and seeing him in this move or in this show makes me think, okay, is he Kevin Bacon? Like, he's Kevin Bacon here, but how does that apply to that other thing? Because it makes me think of something that Aaron from Strange Marvel Theories has been saying about with the Deadpool 3 and Wolverine thing, is he thought it would be funny if there was a point where in the movie Deadpool goes to Hugh Jackman like he's Wolverine, or they go to fight him or something, and he's like scared as hell and not actually Wolverine. And I'm like, that's actually pretty genius, and I could see that happening. And it made me think that same thing about the Kevin Bacon thing.
So you think Deadpool is really going to be about the Deadpool trying to put that spark in Hugh Jackman's body, make him bring out the beast that he never was, but turning him into something that he isn't?
Well, I think it's just that
it's
breaking the fourth wall, where it's like they're dealing with real Hugh Jackman, and he's like, "Hey, I'm just an actor in a role," and you actually got Deadpool and Wolverine there fighting, and like they mistake him for Wolverine. I think it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of genius in a way.
Before we continue, I just changed my microphone to the webcam mic. Is it any worse, or should I go back and try to struggle with my microphone because it's just not standing properly right now?
I prefer if you go back to the other one. I mean, it doesn't sound. The audio changed.
It sounds
but
more
it's not
echoey.
Bad.
It sounds echoey.
Well, just like you can hear you're in a bigger room and sound bouncing off the. Yeah.
Okay, I'll switch back after I'm done eating. Next question of 33 Burning MCU Questions, number 7. You blame Cassie Lang for trapping them in the quantum realm? Nah, she's good. Catherine Newton, she's fine. Listen.
Why is she making a thing to the quantum?
It's just an accident, and she said she's sorry. It's all good. I don't blame you, Cassie.
I mean, all right. So in the trailer, I'm just wondering, like, why is she making this, and why didn't she tell anybody that she's making it? Because Scott knew, but Janet didn't. You would think they should know because they're the ones who are experts in it. She's just making this stuff. It could easily destroy something or whatever. And then Janet tells her, get rid of this. What are you doing? And
is everyone in quantum and in Ant-Man smart enough to make quantum realms and stuff? Seems like anybody could just do it, And let me throw these couple things together and boom, quantum realm. Like, come on.
Yeah,
now.
no, I don't blame Cassie at all. I would say this is something like she's just doing kind of like she's emulating her father, something that she's done for a long time. But I kind of feel this is just bad parenting. You should be watching what your kids and monitoring them, what they're watching online, what they're consuming, what they're reading, and what they are doing. Yeah, parents' fault.
See, you could blame parenting for a lot of things. And when you're that close to your childhood, you are you can blame the parents on that one. That is a good little cop-out answer, sure. It's a quantum toaster. The next question. Will Ant-Man 3 be the highest grossing Ant-Man? Yes. I do believe so.
Yes.
Because the other two were like in that 500 and 600 million territory. Ant-Man 3 does seem serious. We had the build-up of this villain from the Loki series also. It's just a much serious, easier to sell. I like this trailer better than it takes two to make things go right. And you see, oh, it's the Wasp. I think they were really marketing on, we have a woman, and that was their big pitch. I mean, it's a huge demographic. 50% of the world are women, but we already got that in Captain Marvel. I'm wrong. Captain Marvel hadn't happened yet. I guess it just wasn't a good selling strategy. This one, though, it will be highest grossing. Anyone disagree? This is like very clearly yes.
Yeah,
it is yes.
Definitely. Yeah, I think this movie's going to be like the Thor Ragnarok of Phase 4 or 5 or whatever it is. It just seems
don't say that. Ugh.
Well, I don't know.
Thor Ragnarok was horrible.
I feel like when the trailers and from all the plot leaks we've gotten, like it sounds like it will be like a game changer. You know, like Thor Ragnarok kind of led into Infinity War and Endgame, and like this, obviously, if you guys haven't read the plot leaks for it, then I won't spoil it for you. But it does make sense as to why it's the first film of Phase 5 or whatever. So,
yeah, that's why. And this is just a theory. This ain't even no plot. But a lot of people think for some reason Scott Lang's Ant-Man is going to die in this movie. If he does, I mean, you know, that's like, wow. But
has anyone ever really gone?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because everybody who died in Infinity War is back. Well, except for T'Challa. Almost everyone died in Infinity War is back now. So, yeah, can't really get my hopes up too much.
They shouldn't make him
die. I don't know. I might
take the film.
I might take the film a little bit more serious if, like, you know, oh, Scott Lang dies in this movie. Wow.
Yeah, I don't think he dies though.
They have so many people who can shrink now.
Yeah, so if someone dies, I think it may be, you know, the moms or the Hank Pym. I think one of them may die, but I don't think Scott Lang's dying.
Honestly, I'd say give it to Wasp. She's a G. She's better than Scott.
Yeah, I don't want to see Wasp die. Absolutely not.
Who could evade Taskmaster in a car chase? Definitely not. It's definitely not Yelena. Oh, yeah, he could split that car in half.
Vin Diesel. He's in the MCU, so he counts.
Yeah, that's true. Fine. Groot can do it. He'll inherit his actor's powers.
I am Groot.
Yeah, I'm thinking definitely Jack Reacher. Tom Cruise is Jack Reacher. If you didn't see that, it's definitely Tom Cruise's Jack.
Oh
Reacher.
yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
I'll give you someone. I'll give you someone that you agree with. Chill. T'Challa.
He can definitely.
She was chasing him. He would avoid that car.
He'd be on the roof of that car, stuck to it with his vibranium claws.
Facts.
Use the kinetic energy to go left, go right. Yup.
He essentially recreated the technology. Anyway,
T'Challa, the greatest black superhero character since I saw him.
So I agree with T'Challa, but what he would have done. See, it wouldn't be no car chase. Remember Black Panther 1, he took his fingers and put it between the rim of the car and flipped it? Yeah, he would have done that. Wouldn't be no car chase.
You'd have to get better luck on foot with T'Challa. Ghost Rider.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
When you think about, like, from, like, the comics at least, like, Taskmaster, the only character he's afraid of is Deadpool because he's unpredictable, so he can't mimic his fight moves.
Oh.
So, technically, I guess he might be the only one who actually could evade Taskmaster.
I think the real answer is Princess Vanellope.
Vanellope?
Yeah, Princess Vanellope.
Isn't that the girl from Wreck-It Ralph?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I agree with that one.
Yeah, she has cheat codes now. So
we got JD Fanboy with the casual sexism down here in the live chat. Thank you, appreciate it. Couldn't have made this stream without your contribution of the driving stigma. 10. Did you hear the Rihanna song?
I did, and honestly, I need to keep listening. It's okay. I'm hoping Kendrick Lamar does the album again. Like I'm really hoping because that can really help a lot. I'm not saying it's gonna make me like the movie, but I did love that album coming out of the MCU.
Okay, there, K. Dot.
So,
I didn't hear the Rihanna song. Maybe I did, and I didn't really notice it. Funny thing is, at the end of the first movie, was it SZA? Whoever it was who sung it, I thought, oh, Rihanna's on this.
SZA. Kendrick.
It was, right? So I thought it was Rihanna already. I could see why they went with her.
And this was her like recent like debut song. It was like her reintroduction because she's been
for like 4 years
on hiatus.
She's been out for a while.
Mm-hmm.
When was Wild Thoughts? When was the DJ Khaled song?
That was like 2016.
Oh shit, that's more than 4 years.
I think it was 2016. I could be wrong, but I remember 2016.
Yeah, it seems like it's been a while anyway.
Who likes that song more than Maria Maria?
No.
Or I should say it more Spanish. Maria Maria.
Nah, it's good, but it's not better than that. It's not better than that.
Yeah. Guru. Kita's here, says, nope, never heard the song yet. It was meh. Riri just got the bag.
Yeah, it was a mad Riri song. Like it's all right.
Haven't heard it. I noticed it. Kendrick needs to come back when T'Challa comes back. Riri on billionaire time. Speaking of Riri, true or false? Rihanna is chasing clout by attaching herself to a film featuring the true Riri. This is true.
Nah, see,
go back to retirement.
Riri
go
Williams
make Fenty
wishes.
bags. No, Rihanna. Riri has for you. You retired that. You left right about the same time this character was made in the comics, and Riri belongs to Marvel, and her last name was Williams. You didn't even have a last name. You were just Riri.
Look, nobody cannot replicate Rihanna. We all know why they made Riri Williams. You know, she was a ripoff Rihanna, and they gave her superpowers and all that. Rihanna can never be replicated.
And to be
go ahead, Anzo.
And to be real, right? Like, did Rihanna go?
This is real.
Did Rihanna go to Marvel, or did Marvel come to her?
I think Rihanna begged. She's like, "Yo, I heard you have Riri Williams. This would be a perfect time for me to get involved."
Nah, she ain't.
They definitely asked her.
Exactly.
Because they could have went to Beyonce. They could have went to Beyonce. You would think they would have got Beyonce for something like this. They went to Rihanna.
Oh, that would lick. Mm-hmm.
Anzo's wrong. K-Dot is wrong. Jamie, Riri Williams, Rihanna. She clout tasting? It's true, right?
No, because Marvel approached Rihanna, not the other way around.
Trinity, it's your turn. True or false? Rihanna is chasing clout, attaching herself to a film with the real Riri.
No, absolutely not. I think that's Marvel chasing clout because they know that she's the bigger name, and they're trying to ride on the coattails of her popularity. Absolutely.
Facts. Chill's just mad because it's Riri and then Riri Williams. You know what I mean? And we know how much he loves Riri Williams. That any other Riri coming in is taken away from the Riri that he wants to see, right?
By the way, just ask Chill, is there any Rihanna influence in Riri's character? Because for like Miles, Barack Obama was an influence.
Nah,
and Miles and Danny Glover.
Danny Glover, that stuff. In a way, yes, because Sky Jackson was the template that the artist Mike Diododa drew her after.
It's crazy that they didn't just cast Sky Jackson. She's like literally a full-grown woman now.
Wait, that's probably why. Maybe she's too old. How old is she?
Who's Sky
she's
Jackson?
Like she's still old enough. She's old enough to look like an adult, but still play a high schooler.
But she's old enough. You wouldn't
She's-
know her. She was like a kid in those I am stuck on Band-Aid brand commercial. She was on Disney's show.
Okay.
She's young.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Oh, Kita actually answered with the correct answer. She said true.
I like this one.
Brand synergy. Riri still has no business in that film. Should have been introduced in Armor Wars. Diesel, nobody asked for your opinion. Tony Baker Rihanna video. You are welcome. False. How does anyone get clout with Riri. Easy. You attach yourself to the movie.
This
What are we
you
looking
guys
at?
probably don't recognize, but this is Sky Jackson.
Oh yeah. I know that girl.
Okay.
My
She's
kids
like-
be watching
she's
Camp
literally-
Kikiwaka all the time.
Yeah, she's literally 20 now. She can totally play Riri. She could have played it.
I like Dominique Thorne a lot, though. It's like every time I hear her talk, even that little clip that they showed of Dominique Thorne, like when she was insulting Okoye, that was very good. That was my Riri.
Oh yeah. Dominique. Oh, that's my homegirl. I like her orange suit.
True or false? We can already feel the momentum at Marvel shift. Riri Williams is in the MCU. This woman is the main character of Marvel, the entire company, whether that's movies. Like, it took a long time to get her in the comics because they had like 60 years of build-up until the time was just right to introduce her. In the movies, it took like 30 movies to get her. I think I could definitely feel the hierarchy of popularity in Marvel fandom shifting. True.
Don't steal the rocks thing. Man. True or false?
Can you see?
True.
Okay.
I mean, Marvel's always gonna have the momentum, so it's always gonna be true.
Yeah.
Until like
that's what
people
I was
get
gonna say.
true superhero movie fatigue, they're always gonna have the momentum that they got.
Yeah, I feel like for me it's false because I don't like for me I don't hold the shows against them, only what they're doing in the movies. I take that seriously. But I think generally for everybody else, most other people, I think it's true. I think like a lot of people that pay attention like we do to a lot of this stuff, I think that would be a true statement.
All right, Jamie, Riri's in the building. Do you feel that the momentum has shifted over at Marvel?
Well, I want to know is who is technically anchoring the MCU at this point, because they have no Iron Man, they have no Cap. Well, Cap/Steve Rogers. T'Challa obviously is not coming back. Spider-Man, we don't know what's going on with that. So they have no technical, no main character really, no one leading the MCU.
And that's why Riri Williams steps in to fulfill the destiny that has been left from Tony. Riri has shifted the momentum. True. Thank you for your answer, Jamie.
Absolutely not. That's
Anzo?
No.
True or false, Anzo? Phase Riri has a ring to it.
Phase Riri has a ring to it.
Yeah.
No.
See, Chill is waiting for Tony to show up as an AI in Armor Wars and say, "All right, Riri, you got the juice now." She is not going to get it. She's not going to.
I like that one. I like it. We'll keep that one for and keep it in the back pocket there. Trinity, Phase Riri. True or false?
I think that's true if they're calling Phase 4 Riri, because it's Riri beep.
Oh, Jamie, true or false? Phase Riri's got a ring to it.
I mean, it can't be worse than Phase 4.
It's true, right? That was a true, wasn't it?
I don't know. I don't know about that. I think it's false overall. I think consensus is false.
Diesel says false. Keita says they got Cap. Yeah, but Cap, do they really got Cap? Also, Misty is not greater than Riri as usual. That is false. Yeah, go ahead.
I'd rather have Phase Khan.
Oh,
Phase Khan. Because I think that's probably who is the true face of the MCU now. Iman Vellani is the future.
Dominique Thorne and her need to sit in a room. We'll see what comes out. See all the ideas that come out and who's going to out Marvel the other. All Sony has to do is put together a solid Spider-Man universe, and all momentum is gone.
That's true.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because Morbius was so awesome.
Aren't they shooting Madam Web right now?
I mean, that is true though. Like if Sony was
that.
actually doing a good universe and actually building up the right way, and they had another Spider-Man on their end, yeah, people would have been looking at that more than the MCU stuff right now, because it's Spider-Man. Like, anybody's gonna eat that up.
14, true or false? Drax would laugh at an Earth comedy bar. If this man was sitting, saw the comedians, it doesn't even got to be a professional. I just mean like run of the mill. You get like 3 acts. They all go 20 minutes. Is he gonna laugh in that 1 hour?
Oh yeah, He's gonna laugh at everything. He's gonna laugh even the bad comedians. He's gonna laugh at their jokes too.
Yeah, he'll overlap.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. He won't get any of the jokes. They'll all go over his head.
Yep. Jamie?
Yeah, he'll laugh.
Onzo? Okay. Into the live chats we go to see what you say. A solid universe, not Morbius. Drax would get thrown out. He would get thrown out. He wouldn't even be there for the full hour. Yeah. Think about it. He doesn't know the customs. He'll be like, another, throw the glass at the person doing the comedy.
Nah, he's not Thor, but probably Thor would be doing that.
I think he's too dullard to really get any of the jokes.
Whoever's clicking, I think it's you, K-Dot. Cut that out. Or at least mute yourself when you do it. Number 15, we're asking, Angela Bassett was a queen before Wakanda. True or false?
Yes.
Yeah,
True,
what
true.
are you talking about? That's
True.
Angela
Oh, yeah.
Bassett. Psh, I follow Angela Bassett blindly into a battle, even if I know we're gonna lose. If she wants to go to war with I don't know, Russia or something, let's go. I'll do it.
Well, you always say the most controversial stuff. Remember last week when you're talking about people who provide terror? Like, I was like, well, what's going on here?
Well, after we have to be relatable here, to real life. But yeah, I would follow Angela Bassett anywhere. Like, I would totally follow behind her, not in front, behind her. Follow behind.
Yes.
And absolutely, she was 100%. She was a queen, a black, beautiful Nubian princess queen. Angela Bassett, she was that.
So she's a MILF, man. Come on. Always
Damn right. Damn right.
And she should have been Storm. Number 16. Marvel jokes mostly land. This one is true. They mostly land. Now, I don't always laugh out loud, but when I see something humorous, I'm like, that's very light. I never roll my eyes. I rarely ever do. So yeah, they mostly land. True.
I would have to say false on that. I think it's they don't land as much as people think they do, because you have movies like Guardians of the Galaxy 2, you have Thor Ragnarok, you know what I mean? All those really funny, jokey movies. I don't think the humor hit in those at all to me. So I think it's maybe 50-40.
Okay. What's up, Theo? Trinity, what do you think about this one? Does the Marvel jokes mostly land?
They used to. They certainly don't anymore. So I would say false.
They mostly land on their face. Marvel needs better writers. You guys are harsh.
Phases 1 and 3, definitely. Like, the jokes was hidden.
Yeah. The jokes was good.
Right,
The
right
rest
now,
of them,
Phase 4, I think the biggest issue with the comedy now is it's just in a lot of stuff that doesn't really, like Moon Knight, Like Moon Knight would have benefited so much from a less comedy and just more serious drama.
Well, because what it used to be was Tony Stark making a bunch of crude humor jokes, Thor being more dry than anything in his sense of humor, and then Cap, just because he's just kind of unaware of anything, So, I think that's why they worked so well. Then now it's all snark and sarcasm.
I agree, and I'll give you the perfect example. Look how Drax was in the first Guardians of the Galaxy, and then look what they did to him in the second one. The first one, he was funny. He had that unaware type of humor. It went over your head. He's like, no, it didn't, And then the second one, he was just that ha ha ha, yeah,
That was your deepest, darkest, true feelings that we read your mind.
Yeah.
True or false? Okoye's head is ashy.
I watched that scene. Her head wasn't ashy. I don't know what Riri was talking about.
She is a black woman. I can guarantee you, if she don't put enough lotion on that head, it's ashy.
This is false.
I mean, to be fair, I wasn't close up, so I can't really tell Riri she was wrong. But her head didn't look ashy.
If you couldn't tell, then it was never ashy. False. Nobody better say true to this one. She had a wig on a couple times to dampen it or hydrate it, so it's not dehydrated. Her head was not ashy.
I don't like wigs.
False. I don't know.
Yeah, it's false.
I have no clue what this is referring to, so I'll just go with true.
Oh boy.
Oh, Trinity didn't see the clip.
James Gunn, he said he wanted to showcase Dave's boisterous laugh, which doesn't make any sense for that character.
Yeah, it's one of those rare James Gunn L's.
Okoye drenched in cocoa butter. There's a funny clip, Trinity, where it's like 45 seconds, but they showed it during the Jimmy Kimmel interview with Denai Guerrera. So they basically, maybe I shouldn't ruin the clip, but that's what we're referencing. How does one love another 3,000? Not one. Like I'm happy if I'm loved. You know, I love you times 2. Oh, that's fantastic. 3,000?
It's just basically I love you more than 3,000 times. Blah blah blah.
She didn't say times though. She just said I love you 3,000. Maybe 3,000.
Well, the 3,000 after me. All right, it's like when you say it's like when you talking to your girl and she says I love you, then you say something like I love you more, and y'all keep going back and forth like I love you even more. It's basically that I'm assuming that's what the 3,000 means, because if she's just saying love you 3,000, what's that?
What's that? Why did we skip 1,000 and 2,000? Why did we go to 3?
That's true.
I think there was something mathematically to that, if I'm not mistaken, to the 3,000 thing. I can't remember what it was though.
It's like divisible by 69 or something.
I can't remember.
I remember like Joe Russo did explain it, because it was either him or RDJ. One of them actually used it in real life with their children. It was one of them. I forgot who it was.
But
I think that's go ahead.
I think it's pretty simple. It's just like my kids, because I love them like infinity times endgame. So I think it's very possible.
She's a kid. She 8 times. 1,500 times 2. Andre 3,000.
Andre 3,000.
Oh, were they in Atlanta? Where was Tony Stark's? It probably was Atlanta. Oh, that's where they shoot everything.
I think that's what he's saying, is because it was a ton. It's 2 tons, so basically it's like love you tons.
Oh, a ton is 1,500.
I think so. So I think it had something to do with that. Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, we don't really go by the pounds and the tons here, so that's probably why that went over my head. Okay, I love you 2 tons. Hey, I got my answer. I love you to infinity and endgame. Question number 19. How long would it take for Bruce to rekindle his love with Betty after being reacquainted? They went like all these years, but even in that first movie, they did go a long time. She was on a date with another guy. All it took was for her to see him in the pizza shop.
I hope they don't do it again. Honestly, since they introduced Scar, Bruce and Kyra. Like, let it be them. Not it's just like the Jane Foster thing. Like, they've been separated for so long, and people usually don't get together after being separated for like super duper long. You know, it's usually it's done.
A ton is 2,000 pounds.
Oh, thank you.
No, I have a feeling that Betty is coming back, because they keep bringing back, what's his name, Ross, her dad. You know, he's coming back. Harrison Ford. Exactly, Harrison Ford is coming back. Like, all these Hulk characters are coming back. There's rumors of a World War Hulk movie. I think she's gonna be back at some point.
I do too.
Yeah,
I think she's coming back.
I don't think it would take long to rekindle that. The only thing is, and that's what I never really liked about. I mean, just the way that Joss Whedon always used Black Widow in the movies anyway, like some sort of love interest or something for all the guys, and that's why I always liked the way the Russos handled her better in the movies as well, where she wasn't necessarily there for all the sexual tension. But because I always thought it was weird, just the whole her and Bruce thing. Like, what's going on here? Like. Yeah, I don't know. I just never got it.
I agree with you. It was weird too. I agree.
How much hype has Ms. Marvel generated for Captain Marvel 2 in 3 months, in 4 months now, I think? How much hype has it generated? I think that this show was interesting. I think the end credit scene, seeing Captain Marvel showing up in her bedroom, is going to get built on. So it definitely has increased my interest, but we're not even in the trailer phase of the promotion for that movie, so not by much, but I like the character. That'll be cool.
Well, you're a Ms. Marvel fan, right? So we already know that
you're a Captain Marvel fan.
Yeah, that's what I meant, and Captain Marvel too. So we already know that you're going to be a little bit excited for it, and more now that you've seen her in the Miss Marvel show. Me, I could care less. Well,
and that just kind of makes me think. Is like I wouldn't say there's been much hype generated. I like Ms. Marvel here in the, or I'm sorry, Miss Marvel.
Yeah, Mrs. Madame Marvel.
Yeah.
Oh god.
In the MCU, and I don't really mind. Like, I don't really mind the Captain Marvel here. I think there's a lot of reasons for that if they could play all that stuff out. But something I was just thinking as we were sitting here talking about this was, who's that guy that everybody thinks is going to be the next Reed Richards? They were just talking about it the other day.
Krasinski?
No.
There's another guy.
The black guy. I can't remember his name.
They're getting a black guy for Reed Richards. Okay.
I can't remember
Esposito.
No.
For Reed Richards.
It was a younger guy. And I can't remember. I'm not sure anything that he's been in because I've seen his face. I'm like, I don't recognize him from anything. But I was sitting there thinking, like, what if he was actually going to be in Captain Marvel as Adam Brashear?
Then he would be in Captain Marvel as Adam Brashear, because it's called The Marvels, you think they would just be like, oh, he's got Marvel in his name. Let's get him.
Yeah. Why not?
Bro, this is not a Marvel movie. A movie of people with the name Marvel. This is the second film which Brianna Larson signed a contract for back in 5 years ago. This is film 2 on that contract. No matter what you want to change the name to and make it seem like we're inclusive, it's not just about her. It's about the black character too, Monica. Miss me. This is Captain Marvel 2.
It's all the Marvels. It's all the Marvels.
It is Carol Danvers's.
She's going to hug it out with Kamala.
I think Rambo is going to be a better character than Carol Danvers in this movie, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't care about this movie at all. I don't care who's in it. Blue Marvel could be in it. Freaking T'Challa could be in it. I still wouldn't care.
It's a T'Challa. Next question. Oh, let me read some of your live chats. It says, The Marvel starring Iman Vellani, guest starring Brie Larson.
Yeah,
bro, let's not do that.
My name is Carol.
Carol.
I'm just there for Ms. Marvel and for Spectrum. Kimoyo Kid. The new comic is called Monica Rambeau Photon, so I feel like they have stopped calling her Spectrum as of now. I feel like it. If you read the Thunderbolts, she's Spectrum, though. Don't really care, but I imagine Ms. Marvel fans are hyped. William Jackson Harper, that's his name?
There you go. Yeah. That's it.
It ain't him. Ms. Marvel generated a buzz for herself, and I wanted to see Photon more than Carol.
Facts.
More Monica action is good, but I'm not holding my breath on her characterization being good in that film. Well, good, because you never know. The Marvels could have been about the Marvel family. They already dropped the ball on that. Bro, just because they changed the name of Marv... Yeah, okay, fine, they dropped the ball. Yes, okay. But, you can talk, right? You can say stuff. You don't got to use your hands.
I'm not interrupting.
Oh, man. All Monica's power goes to her booty. And she's pregnant now, so...
Yes.
It goes to the front also. 21. Are the Walters and the Banner family just going to let Scar walk around with that haircut? No one's going to say anything? Even Matt Murdock was like, damn, that looks horrible.
That hair is an abomination.
Facts.
Yeah. And I've never seen the way they have it cut, it's as if they literally cut everything here because he has a ponytail. It's a weird ponytail.
They didn't even give him the Limu Bai like that.
Right, it's like a big, it looks like a big flower on the back of his head. I've never seen a ponytail. Usually ponytails a little, slick and.
Isn't that comic book accurate though? His hair.
He's supposed to have long. He just has long, untamed
long hair. Okay,
yeah.
Okay, so it's not comic book accurate.
He kind of looks more. He just looks a little bit more savage. He
looks more like Glenn Danzig.
He got that Tarzan look going on.
Yeah, there you go.
To me, when I think of him, I think he's like a computer graphic guy saw, hey, we have a button that can do this. We never use it. Let's try it out. Oh, cool. We got it half shaved. Then it froze right when he was switching hairstyles because that was the thing they were doing. and they go, "Oh, that's cool. Let's do it that way."
It was the Stan Lee barber that did it. It was a Stan Lee barber.
Precisely. All Monica Power goes their booty. Fact. Annette Bening as Marvel equals epic fail. Get him a My Chemical Romance T-shirt and it will fit better. Supercut.
He got a supercut haircut.
Scar's hairline will return next season. Stay tuned. Oh, it's gotta. They gotta change it. They know. They will definitely know the difference between. Do you hear me right now?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, we hear.
Yeah.
So I got a 34th burning question. Who cuts his hair?
Bruh, it was that dude. It was Stan Lee's cameo. He was the guy who was the cutter. No. Actually, no. We established it wasn't. No. Let me take that back. Because if he can cut Thor's hair well, then he probably died because he was so old. And then there's a new trainee who just isn't up to snuff. That's what it was.
It was definitely Stan Lee's barber intern.
College student, free haircuts. Why not? Thor's 8-year-old needs to put his scissors down.
Facts.
We are at question number 22. Do you want for the Kang that's inside Quantum Realm to be that same Kang from Loki season 2? Do we want it to be the same one? I do.
You do? I don't.
Yeah. They want it to be a variant?
Yeah, I want to see different Kangs.
Yeah, I think. No. They need to be different. I think it'll be different. Because obviously who we already seen was different anyway. He Who Remains.
Yeah.
Yeah, it needs to be different because if we have the same one from Loki, then there'll be no stakes because he's not a straight up villain,
Right, he was just more of like a gatekeeper in a sense.
Yeah, but the one from Loki is dead. So in season 2, we're gonna have even a different Kang now.
Yeah.
Right, we're gonna have a different Kang now. So. No, I want to see multiples. I want to see what they're going to do, and all of this is going to build up to the Kang Wars. So I don't think we're going to be seeing the same Kang all over and over again.
We got a little bit of,
and it'll be good for John. Think of it, like this is going to be good for Jonathan Majors,
Facts.
like his resume, because he's going to be playing different
versions of Kang. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So this is going to be good, solid for his resume. If he can pull off so many different personalities and characters.
Question number 23. Who is bilingual but hasn't revealed it? Riri Williams.
Who is bilingual but hasn't revealed it?
She speaks 40 languages. She speaks Latvian. She speaks whatever they speak in Wakanda too.
Vision?
He's never revealed it. Yeah.
Well, but it seems kind of obvious he would though, right? He's computerized. He should know all languages.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Can we give K-Dot that? Can we let it slide with the Vision answer? It's a true answer because it's never been.
I mean, I'd use a quick cop out. So that's all I can think of.
I'll give it to you.
I think, man, I don't know because it seems like all of them deal with people who they would know.
Well, we know Captain America does.
Luis.
He probably speaks Spanish.
Yeah.
What language does T.I. speak? Spanish also?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's how they met? He was living in Mexico?
I think Lewis only knows Spanish, though.
Scott Lang, did he reveal
Well, he knows English and Spanish, I think. Yeah, Scott did know other languages.
He knew another language?
Yeah, he spoke. I think he spoke some Spanish in one of the movies.
Oh, did he?
I think he's just like me. He grew up in America. Like he knows some Spanish words, but he only knows English.
Yeah.
We want to go Wanda, man. She's got such an accent with the Sokovian. It's obvious that you have a second language in your head if you can speak English with such a Sokovian tongue. So I don't think Wanda counts.
because her accent be disappearing and be coming back. The accent doesn't know where it wants to be. Remember in that episode 5 WandaVision, she came out the thing. Her accent kind of came out, and it's like.
But she never spoke a different language in any of those movies or shows.
Did she ever speak it?
Yeah, we never seen her speak her language anyways.
Really?
Yeah, you might be right.
When they showed the flashback of her and Pietro, she was speaking English.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
I
because
remember
the dad
that.
said we have to practice our English while we watch TV. So the whole thing was in English.
Or maybe they was learning English from the TV, because that's how some people do learn English that way by watching.
Yeah, I heard Kevin Owens, the wrestler, say that he watched wrestling to learn. I never heard her speak in her native Eastern European tongue. Oh, Pepper. She goes around. She speaks French.
Tony's coming.
Oh, absolutely.
She speaks Japanese.
That's true.
Agatha, maybe. Yeah, Agatha. I give her. She had a lot of time to learn something. She's been around. Yeah. Jamie, what did you think? Who's bilingual?
I was gonna. I mean, Thanos, maybe.
Yup. Good answer.
Definitely got to know some things. You're gonna go around telling people, "Hey, I'm gonna kill half you guys."
He only kills the half that speaks one language. He's like, that's how we decide so easily. 24. Back to Riri, the main topic for today. Would she be able to remove the Mind Stone from Vision? Yup. Remember when they were like, Shuri's like, why didn't you just recalibrate the synopsis so that it works collectively? Remember that scene? Riri would have figured that one out easily. Like, we didn't even need Tony. She would have gotten time travel. All she needed to know was a couple of the quantum realm. You know, she'd look at the schematics. She'd figure that thing out so simply. Yes, she would. She could remove the Mind Stone. There wouldn't be an Infinity War. He wouldn't have not gotten all of the stones.
Right,
they would have handled it.
So,
I think the answer here is yes, Queen.
I think it is yes, Queen too. What do you think about that, Hanzo?
I don't know, man. I know she makes her own suit. I don't know much about Riri, so I'm not sure if she could have removed it. I don't know. You know, Wakanda's a different spot, so.
K Dizzle, it's very simple. I'm asking about Riri Williams, and if she could have removed that Mind Stone out of Vision's head before Thanos' army would have gotten there, before any calamity, could she figure it out?
Well, they made it a point that Shuri was the only one who can really figure it out because she was so much smarter. No, I'm gonna go no. I'm just gonna go off. I just think only Wakanda had the tech and knew that we can totally do this. You guys didn't have the tech.
Jared has the correct answer, and so does Kita. Yes. 25. Would you rather wield Mjolnir or Stormbreaker? And I can't believe I never asked this question yet, but that's what I'm asking right now. You want a Stormbreaker that can get you traveling to wherever you need to be via the Bifrost? You want a Mjolnir. At least if you're holding it, you know you're worthy to hold it. Trap somebody by just leaving it on their chest, walk away, come back. They both have lightning powers. They both hurt when you swing them. Except Stormbreaker is weighted. Mjolnir, as long as you're worthy.
Yeah, Mjolnir.
I think Mjolnir and the worthiness, Mjolnir is cool. I'm not going to be able to teleport and whatnot, but I don't want to leave crop circles. I don't want to make a big mess by having myself be able to travel place to place. And what's the point of traveling, bro? Wherever I am, I'm the king. There's nowhere to be. People need to be where I am. So Mjolnir and the whole worthiness aspect of it is way better than the Stormbreaker to me. Mew.
Yeah. If we don't have crop circles, then what's Alex Jones gonna have left to talk about at this point?
Oh my god.
Mjolnir is legendary. Stormbreaker is a cooler weapon name. That's right. It is 33 burning Riri questions.
And you can with Mjolnir, it's not faster than teleporting, but you can fly to wherever you need to, and probably you'll get there faster than you are if you was on an airplane. So yeah.
Exactly.
And then you get the powers of Thor. So if you got to transport some stuff, like let's say, I don't know, a truck or something, you can carry it with one hand and still fly.
Plus, Stormbreaker is sensitive.
True. Extremely sensitive.
It has feelings.
Yeah. I'm going with Stormbreaker because I like the axe part. Easy to chop off people's head with. So I'm going with Stormbreaker.
What an 8-year-old boy's answer. I like the axe. It's better. Question 26. How many RDC World 1 members got invited to that Wakanda Forever red carpet? I think I saw 3. Do you think they all came, or were only 3 invited?
Wait, they got invited?
Oh, yeah. Mark was there. And who's the tall dude? I think named Desmond. And Leland was there.
I wonder why.
I don't even know who they are.
Ryan Coogler said he knew who they were, and they were also at the Space Jam one. So is it Ryan Coogler movies only?
If it's Ryan Coogler, then yeah, that makes sense. If it was Marvel who invited him, that would have been like so random. Unless they saw their Marvel video they did, the Black Avengers.
Yeah.
Unless they saw that, then maybe that's the only reason I can see they would be there. But if they was with Ryan Coogler at a prior premiere, then it's Ryan Coogler is the reason they was there.
I thought even Kofi Kingston was at. Yeah.
Oh no, go ahead. You first.
Kofi Kingston, some like 6-7 wrestlers were there too. So that was weird. Yeah.
It's an RDC World anyway.
What I was gonna say is I'm sure they invited everybody. It's just maybe not all of them could go.
Oh yeah, they probably have jobs and real life things to do. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They probably invited all of them.
I don't think they're about. I'm not sure if they working. I think YouTube is probably majority of their income in their little Comic-Con they created.
But to split it 6 ways though, and they don't do videos every day like those grifter types. It's art for them. So.
I mean, look at the house they got where they living at.
After years of YouTube, sure. Yeah,
years. But I think they just living off their YouTube stuff and a little con they created.
Yeah. Welcome, Mike.
Hello, Joe.
Hey, anything you want to mention? You know a question I asked that you might really, really like, and we all got the same answer on?
Mm-hmm.
Angela Bassett was a queen before Wakanda.
Facts. Always.
What up, Mike?
What's going on, guys?
I have one more question for you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear the Rihanna song?
I have not.
Do you think that Rihanna's clout chasing by attaching herself to the film that debuts Riri Williams?
Yes. Yeah.
See how easy it is, guys? That's all it takes.
I'm telling y'all, Marvel Studios went to her like, we need your clout.
Facts.
Stormbreaker in the comics is almost the same as Mjolnir. The Stormbreaker looked kind of like the ultimate Thor's weapon. Yep. The regular Stormbreaker has a ball at the back and an axe. And it's not that big either. Curious, would anybody on this panel go if they were invited? I like that question, D. Steezel. D. Steezel asks us if any of us would go to the Wakanda Forever premiere, the red carpet.
Absolutely.
I am in such protest of the idea to remove T'Challa. But the thing is, I hadn't seen the movie yet. And they could have easily explained this in the blip. I had not had confirmation. So, knowing
it was
that...
a purple carpet.
You would go.
You did not just say that. Yeah, okay. So, Anzo, that's the thing. Like, would I go? I think going and what I do while I'm there, yeah, I'd go. And what do you say, Jamie? Would you go to the Wakanda Forever red purple carpet?
I actually went to the premiere of the first one, but that's because I was interning at CNN at the time, and I asked if I could go with them to the premiere. It was boring as all F.
Really?
Basically, I wasn't allowed to talk to anybody there. I wasn't even allowed to sit anywhere. So I was standing for like 5 hours. And yeah, like the coolest part was like being like 10 feet away from Angela Bassett. But other than that, like it was boring as hell, man.
You know what? They would have kicked me out of there. They would have been like, hey, you can't talk to nobody. I'd been like, yeah, no problem. And the minute I got there, I'd be talking to everybody. Like, hey, man, kick me out.
I saw Rip Hamilton was there too, like Detroit Pistons. They whooped the Spurs. Remember that year? No, the Spurs whooped them, actually. Yeah, I'm wrong. Right. They did.
Yeah. 7-game series, Spurs 1-7.
You would have got kicked out for that, for just clowning him on that one.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have done that, though.
Trinity, that's right down the neighborhood from you. Like, you could have easily attended. So if you were invited, would you go to the red carpet?
As long as I was out no money whatsoever, everything was complimentary. The popcorn, my water, absolutely. Why not?
K-Dot, would you go to the red carpet?
No, same reason what Jamie said. They're kind of boring. Like, I don't even like watching them, so I wouldn't want to be there unless I'm talking to the big celebrities in the movie. But it doesn't seem like everybody gets the opportunity to talk to them.
Exactly.
And you don't want to rub elbows with Soups?
And definitely not him. He's gonna scream in my ear and make my blow up my eardrums. So I'm not trying to talk to him. He's not a bad dude, but you know, he be yelling a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
Rogue Comics, would you be there breathe the same air as Angela?
No, I wouldn't want to go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we got an answer. Thanks for asking that one, Diesel. Question number 22 of 33 Burning MC. Wait. I'm at 24. I'm at 25. Well, where am I? I'm almost over. Really? It's only been an hour. We're already at 27. Damn, we work quickly today. Which villain would you send your ex to for revenge? Bruh, the way that Killmonger that has no respect and remorse for women that he's involved with, I would want my ex to go to him.
Killmonger. Wait, which villain would you send your ex to for?
Yeah, like you hate you're mad at your ex. Hey, date this guy. I hope it's Killmonger.
He's not gonna listen to all her pleading. And I'm not saying I don't have no bad.
Hypothetically, yeah.
But if I did have some bad blood with my ex, I'm sending Killmonger. She gonna be pleading like, no, don't do it, don't kill me. Killmonger's gonna say, well, it is what it is. You broke my man's heart.
I'm picking Thanos.
I love Monger. What Thanos? 50% chance
Thanos,
he stays.
Thanos. No. Thanos tortured his own daughter and then killed the other one. So yeah, it's Thanos.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna do that. He's gonna do that stuff he did in Infinity War, like, I'm sorry, little one. It has to be done. Like, no, it doesn't.
You know what I mean?
You sorry.
You know what I mean? He be trying to talk to her and explain to her why he's doing what he's doing before he does it. Absolutely.
Oh my god.
Thanos is the type that'll give you, this is gonna hurt me more than it hurts you, right? So yeah, it's Thanos.
Oh, you're muted.
You're muted, Chill. Oh.
Thank you. Well, I said a couple of jokes. I said that Thanos would be like, "Oh, stay like this, baby, perfectly balanced." And then I also said, "You guys missed all my zingers." What else did I say about Thanos? Oh, I'm sorry, man. It was some comedy gold too. Which villain would you send your ex to for revenge? Let's read some of these live chats. Mike's Cletus Cassidy. No way. Oh, Loki. This is what I said. I said Loki would keep things spicy with all the role play. He'd be playing.
That's a bit much. Cletus Cassidy don't take it too far.
Kang the Conqueror. Which Kang, bro? That's another one. Zemo. This dude.
Nah, he's the last person you said.
Zemo's not even really evil. He just, he's more kind of like an extremist. But
and I'm not sending my ex to a guy with a private jet.
Zemo doesn't like superpowered people like that, so my ex would be fine.
Yeah, she's a regular casual. No, none of that. But we're not going to Zemo.
He's gonna talk to her and be all like, so are you sure? He's like he's gonna flip it. He's not gonna get the job done. He's gonna say, can we talk? I don't think you are the problem. Let's get down to business.
Yeah. He's gonna have all the radio hits. He has good music taste. No, I want to send my ex to Dracov. Put a chip in her.
Oh, I got it.
What?
The villain I would send my ex to, Green Goblin, because he's a straight up villain, man. There's nothing sympathetic about him.
But he would toss her off a bridge, and then her neck would snap when Spider-Man tried to save her. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I was gonna say that was about the only good thing about No Way Home is how sinister he was. Because, like, man, if you really dig into it, man, it was messed up in that movie what he did.
Oh yeah.
He would dance her to death. Zemo sucks as a villain. He improved in Falcon and Winter Soldier.
No way.
Never heard that.
No
before.
way.
Steezel, I know you don't have any exes that you hate. Neither do I, by the way. Like as Kate was saying earlier, we're not over here saying this is real. We're just saying hypothetically with an ex if you were gonna send it to a villain.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna give the same answer. Like, I'm not sure what kind of exes y'all got, but like, I'm trying to think of like the nicest one I can think of. I'm like, I don't know, like Ghost or something.
If I had any bad blood with mine, this would have been an easy question.
Bill Foster.
Number 28. would a president of Marvel Studios, Iman Vellani, have recasted T'Challa?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes, but she would have waited a little while. And you know what? She would have done in an interim. She would have done a movie called Wakanda Forever, where it highlighted the citizens of Wakanda. And then in one after that, then she would reintroduce T'Challa with the new actor.
Nah, she's smarter than that.
So, Onzo, Jamie, yeah, just talk. Don't wait for me to like.
I think she would have recast it. Yeah.
Okay, number 29. What took so long to get a Vision series? Apparently, that was announced that this guy, the spinoff for WandaVision, is going to go to him. Why did Agatha get one before he ever got one? I feel like that guy is like priority. He's been there since phase 1. Why did we? Was it in the plans? Are they waiting for something? What's going on?
The introduction
Agatha had memes.
Agatha had memes, but he's Vision. Come on. If that really is, and I know you're joking, Mike, but let's just say that they really put into consideration of, man, the memes, though. That's not even true, actually. Vishon was a meme. Remember Vishon?
Vishon, yeah. Vishon. But see, but again, they're not catering to the black audience. See, that's the problem. If he had white memes, then they'd be, we gotta get on this. Give him a theme song. Let's give him a theme song, and then he could do that, and it could hit the iTunes chart and whatever else, and then we'll give him his own show.
See, the studio executives are not on Black Twitter.
Mm-hmm. But see, here's the thing, though. I think he had to take some time off to dispute the esoteric inner workings of the human psyche at Starbucks across the country. So he was too busy. He couldn't do a show. That's what it was.
Agatha was inconsequential in WandaVision. Why is she getting a show before Vision? Yeah. Not why is she getting a show, but why are we following up the story of WandaVision through her when we had this main character this whole time?
Yeah, when Wanda like sealed her away, it seemed like it's not forever, but it's like, yeah, we're not going to see her for a while. She's going to return, but not in like a TV show, like as a featured character or a villain.
And we haven't even seen Vision since WandaVision, right? We haven't even seen nothing, so that's weird.
I think they were just waiting for Kang to come along. I think they were waiting for Kang to come along to do a Vision series, so they could dig more into about what exactly he is. Because it's interesting getting into like some of the comics. Kang had a lot to do with the Vision as well. Like, because I was reading through this right here, this Avengers Forever, and one of the things he did was actually had, I think it was Immortus, had some things to do with setting up all the events that led to Vision being created. So I kind of feel like they might do something in that same way here.
What's the relationship with Wonder Man, who's also got reported earlier this month?
He was created from, well, originally in the comics, he was created from the original. Wonder Man was created from the original Vision, like basically based off of Vision.
So then maybe this is related, because if both of these shows get talked about.
Simon Williams brainwaves. They use Simon Williams brainwaves for Vision. Is basically
for Vision.
What it was. Yeah.
So the same time we hear the report that Wonder Man is happening, we hear Vision is happening. That's got to be related. Plus, side note, guys, these Comic-Con conventions, Disney Plus conventions, what's the point if you're looking for announcements and you're going to these things are going to leak this way, where just on a random October, like a month and a half after their big convention, we get a news story about what's happening with Vision, or we get a Deadpool announcement based on Ryan Reynolds' not Twitter, but his all his social medias, right, Sergio?
Hey, what's going on, my man?
Sergio, I'm going to ask you all of the questions that matter, okay?
Beautiful.
Because we're like 27 right now. The first question that matters is about Ironheart Riri Williams.
Okay.
You see how Rihanna made a song about her, right?
I heard about it.
Okay. Is she clout chasing, just attaching herself to the film that debuts Riri Williams?
Nah, I think that's just good marketing. That's smart marketing. How you not gonna have a Riri song on a Riri film? You know,
we can already feel the momentum of Marvel shift because of Riri Williams. True.
True.
Is Phase Riri have a good ring to it?
I like that. I'm with that.
Hey,
I like
yeah,
that. I'm
you
with
see
that.
how easy it is, folks? Just agree. That's right. He likes it.
So you
See
want an
that?
echo chamber?
True or false? Okoye's head is ashy, like Riri said in that clip.
Did she say that?
Yeah, you got to see the clip.
Oh man, no. Shit. I mean, I don't. It's got to be like sweaty and sunny in Wakanda. I don't see how that's possible, even, man. I don't know. I'd say that's a false. She's just hating.
Would Riri be able to remove the Mind Stone from Vision?
I would say so. Maybe not with the Mach 1, but a later iteration of the armor. Yeah, for sure.
Thank you. Yeah. Now we're at 29 where we ask, what took so long? Because there's a Vision Disney Plus series that got announced, and WandaVision happened in January of 2020, remember?
Mm-hmm. It's been a while. I would say that they're trying to come up with a decent name, and they still don't have it. Vision Quest? Really? Come on. I mean, apparently that's what's holding up the series, man.
The name? That was it?
Vision Quest is a rumored name? Come on, folks. Come on, MCU writers, man. You guys can do better than that.
Agatha and Echo were the two oddest show announcements. I think Echo made more sense once we watched Hawkeye. We could kind of seen that they were going in her direction.
So, Chill, since you seem to be the leading authority on Riri Williams, how old is the actress that's playing her?
Dominique Thorne might be 17.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Because I saw her on the red carpet, and she looks older.
Oh. Yeah, she was wearing the fuchsia. I was gonna say pink, but I wanted to say
wait.
I don't know what it was, but she looked old.
Let me look at it. You know,
Dominique Thorne.
Nah, I think last time checked, she was like 20 something. Let me see.
Oh.
Most of these actors is 20 something. Yeah, she's 25 because they can't if they put her in a relationship with a teen, they can't really show teens, you know.
When I watched The Man Who Wasn't There and Scarlett Johansson was in there, she definitely looked older.
Oh.
Yeah, but she's 25.
Okay.
That's like they could just cast this Sky Jackson, the one she's actually inspired by.
Yeah.
The player, because she's 20.
25. How is Riri Williams supposed to be? Like 15?
She debuts at 15.
Yeah.
Oh no, but she's in college in the MCU.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say that's a little old, man. For
in comics, she fast forwards school and she gets into college really early.
Oh, okay.
All them actors, they play younger characters in their shows anyway. They're all playing younger.
I got you.
A majority of them. So
yeah, I didn't know she was that.
It would seem pretty spot on because, like, even what's his name, Joe Russo's daughter that played Hawkeye's daughter in the show. She's like 20 years old and she's playing like a teenager in the show.
Yeah, I mean, Letitia Wright is also an older woman. She's playing someone who's supposed to be a teenager. Yeah.
But she kind of looks
play younger.
But she kind of looks younger. It's just when I saw her on the purple carpet, she looked kind of. I was like, "Damn, how old is this chick?"
That's because black don't crack, man. They don't age. They don't age. Like, look at Samuel L. Jackson. How old's that dude? He looked the same age forever.
Yeah, that guy needs to stop smoking though, because characters.
You
die.
know who else looks young? Angela Bassett.
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's looked the same for like 30, 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, America Chavez does have a young actor. I remember seeing that one that she was actually really young. And Kamala is
she's
young.
actual teen. Yeah.
Yeah. She's a teen. She's actually her age. She's supposed to be, right?
And she's also Mexican and not Puerto Rican like she should be. But that's.
Oh, that's like looking for problems. I never cared about that stuff.
Alien, like she's supposed to be?
I care about how you look.
If you're going to be representative, you should be representative, not selectively. Should be all the time. Then you're either all in or you're all out, or you go to WWE. Either one.
Akeem the African Dream, baby. No one remembers that character. The one man gang.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man,
I'm not a WWE guy, so I don't remember him.
They're the white guy, so that's the joke. Okay. I know this is an MCU stream, but did you see Black Adam dropping 63% in weekend number 2? Why would I have seen that? Like, I'm doing this stream. I would have never seen the box office mojo. He says,
"Yeah, I've been looking at it. Like, the numbers ain't shifting."
Yeah. How much did it do the first week?
we're not through the weekend yet.
Like
But no,
80?
that's not even an unusual drop off. That's
60%.
I mean, maybe
Well,
a little bit higher than usual, but
I don't know if I agree with that because it would have to. I think it would have to make a lot. Like for instance, with No Way Home and Multiverse of Madness, and maybe what was the last DC movie? Like say like Aquaman, say a movie that jumps out of the gate and it makes like a ton of money. Then the second week, I wouldn't expect it to make that much. I would expect a big drop. But Black Adam, I guess according to what you guys, it's like what 80 million or 120 million or whatever. So 62%. That's a big drop
Yeah,
for
I
that.
guess. For that.
You know, if it made like 300 or 400 million or whatever. 62% in the second week because everybody that went to go see it the first weekend, they've already seen it. So now you're going to normalize it.
Most movies have that big drop off in the second week anyway. I mean that's a little bit bigger though. That's a little bit bigger than usual, but not by much.
I think a lot of these big films, people don't realize they have like about a 50 to 60% drop off on average.
Like the ones that don't, those are the ones that like they're the kind of the anomaly. They're more the exception than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, Halloween.
I already seen the movie 3 times, so I supported it enough. I'm not trying to go like more than 3 times to go see the same movie over and over.
See, that's why, because everyone who was going to multiply see it, they already saw it in the first week. That's why they saw it on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
That's why it dropped because Kate, I stopped going to see it.
Right.
Well, so I went to go see it yesterday. I wanted to go see it back to back the opening weekend, but I couldn't go the third day.
Thank you, Eric. Okay, look, I would say that the surprise of Henry Cavill getting recast, or cast in Superman, that was a surprise we should have felt in our seats on opening weekend and being shocked. If you like, we're gonna remember the way that we felt when we saw that. Should have kept that thing a secret. And
absolutely,
if what they're doing in Wakanda Forever, as we spoke about earlier, I think me and Jamie were talking about this, but if we withhold the end credits scene that's supposed to have Doctor Doom for opening weekend, then Marvel is doing the right thing. Apparently, there is no end credit scene here in this movie. If they withhold it for the opening weekend for everyone in their seats to be surprised by it, that would be the right decision to have Doctor Doom show up that way.
Wait, they didn't show an end credit scene at the premiere?
And it was a tribute to Chadwick Boseman, but it wasn't a scene.
Well, from what I heard, that Doctor Doom thing, it's not even like it's a totally different post credit scene.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the Doctor Doom thing either, but I agree with you, man. That leak, that Henry Cavill leak, should have never came out.
But Dwayne wanted people to go see the movie. That's why he knew he had to get some additional interest into it, and that would have got all the Snyder Bros to go see it. And there you go.
But Mike, couldn't that happen on the first weekend? Because like a movie is going to be in the movies for another month. So
because there were already people deciding their allegiances based on the fact how much Zack Snyder was in the trailers and stuff like that. So once they saw that or didn't see, the lack of whatever, that's where they made the decision. Oh, yeah, I'm not going to go see this.
So the Henry Cavill reveal or the early leak of it stopped about 2 weeks of Snyder fans campaigning and hurting the movie.
Yeah. And actually got them to go see it to see what he looked like. And then they got upset because he was in his never mind.
They got upset because of the music choice. John Williams
the music
score.
choice, yeah.
Yes.
They got ridiculous.
I'll be honest, I really didn't notice the score that much.
No,
it didn't play long enough for me to realize it was really a John Williams score. It was whatever played sounded good, but I really didn't notice
that was John Williams. That's why it was.
I noticed that curl though. I saw that curl. I noticed that curl.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, is that what you're really gonna complain about? Like, is that what you have to complain about?
When
like,
you make a career of complaining, it doesn't matter. Your thing is complaining on the internet. You need to have something, or else that's the end of your content. They can't be creative enough to create 33 burning questions and live stream for 2 hours about happy things like Riri Williams. They can't do that. I can.
Exactly.
Steezel asks.
Although 33 questions about Riri Williams, isn't that a little delusion mixed into besides creativeness?
Only the good questions was Riri. I think like a solid 28 of them were not about her.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Diesel says, I like the New Mutants cast. Oh my god.
No. Read the comment above because I agree with that.
No disrespect to that America actress, Xochitl Gomez, but she should have been more Afro-Latina, like with darker skin. there was a bit of a whitewashing going on, like New Mutants cast.
Well, in the comic book, she takes it up with a Puerto Rican family, so that's how she got, because she was an alien or something like that. Her history is really convoluted for as short as new a character as she is. It's really, I mean, it's almost borderline like Legion of Superheroes, X-Men kind of convolutedness.
It'd have been almost easier to just not even bring the character in at all.
Or leave her the way she was in that Vengeance when they first introduced her. But then again, she had like the midriff and she was looking kind of sexy with the long curly hair and all that. I don't think they want to do that with a teenager.
IMDL says, as soon as What Funeral for Cheddar comes out, it's over for Black Adam. Yeah, but I have 3 weeks. Then it's over for Wakanda Forever when Avatar comes out. But even that's spaced out.
No.
I believe Henry Cavill and Millie Bobby Brown have a film coming, and that'll be in
James
November.
Cameron is wilding out so much with his antics, what he's saying. I'm going to watch The Way of Water, but man, he's saying some blasphemy.
Dude, the only reason Avatar...
Oh, what did he say? What did he say?
He did. So he recently said that DC and Marvel heroes in their movies are like college characters, and I'm like, dude, nobody can name the characters from your Avatar movie. Like, come on,
exactly.
And then he recently complained about Aquaman, like, well, my actors actually submerge themselves underwater for hours, and we actually, we make it real. I'm like, dude, no one cares.
Hey, you know what though? Avatar is gonna do
He's
numbers.
not necessarily wrong. He's just being a dick about it.
Yeah.
He's not necessarily wrong. He's just being a dick about it.
And Avatar is gonna make money for sure.
Avatar is gonna hit a billion, 100%.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. Yeah, of course,
100%. Yeah, that's doing numbers, man. Doing numbers.
I didn't think.
I didn't think like it'll do like top 5 all time, man.
It could be because I didn't think Top Gun Maverick was gonna do as good as it did, right? So now I'm like, oh, Avatar is going to blow up because the first one was.
But why is Avatar? Why is Avatar that, like, why did it do that much money? Is it the gimmick? Was it the 3D?
Avatar was like the first film to like really they really revolutionized and took the 3D to a next level.
Technology, right? But the story is terrible.
Yeah.
The story's ass.
I agree.
I wouldn't say it's terrible. It's average. Like, the story is super average to me. It's not even a mind-blowing part of the movie.
It's not doing anything. Average. It's not doing anything original. It's not doing anything original
at all.
It's the same repeated. The white savior coming to help. What is that Kevin Costner film?
Eco Terror.
Dancing with Wolves. Yeah.
But,
Ferngully.
But listen, the CGI at the time. I mean, if you look at it, like what other film had CGI like that? It was next level, man.
In 2009, that was fantastic.
That's actually something I'm looking forward to, because I know James Cameron isn't going to be filming this movie at the volume, which is something that everybody seems to be using right now, and it sucks. They need to stop using it.
That's very true.
Sorry.
We are going for the advancements in technology. Get up.
Only 2 things done the volume so good now is The Mandalorian and The Batman. They're the only ones I've seen actually use volume and do it good. Thor 4, they tried it.
Other than injecting the film into your veins, your actual veins, what different can he do with technology now where we are? Is he going to make have a couple theaters where they'll shut them down and they'll make them airtight, and then they'll flood the theater with water so you can watch this immersed in water? Like, what is he going to be able to do now? Like,
find out in December.
In the 90s, back then in the 90s, it was something that was unique. It was like the 3D was like on point and stuff. And now, we got like these 40. We got right. That's going to be there we go. That's going to be the revolutionary thing. Make a story that's well told and not with ridiculous tropes like unobtainium. You're right.
I just want to know which movie he ripped off for part 2. You know what I mean? Because he took something. He took it from somewhere. He watched the movie and said, "Oh, hey, that would be a great Avatar, guaranteed."
You're gonna watch this Passion of the Christ
or Endgame. Not Endgame, Infinity War.
I'm betting against James Cameron. It's a bold move, Cotton. We'll see how it works out for them. That's what I'm saying. Aggressively relaxing. I'm just sitting there like, okay, guys, watch what happens.
Yeah,
because he's going to make this a destination film. You got to go see in a cinema.
Oh,
as much as I don't want it to do good, it's going to do great. It's going to do really good.
I don't know about that, DL.
Martin Scorsese wasn't wrong.
Memento is an original film. That is straight up original. I don't think nobody's done something like that. Memento, that's original.
Memento was great. It was really good.
Yoanzo, you are also describing Todd Phillips.
Nah, don't disrespect the man who made the amazing Joker. Freak you, Sean.
The Joker? Oh, come on. That
Garbage.
movie sucks compared to old school. Old school is the
Facts.
That's the shit.
Facts.
That's the
If
shit.
Joker never came out, we would have never experienced true cinema the way we needed to experience cinema.
Man,
You
just
are
go
out
watch
of
The
your
Taxi
mind.
Driver.
All the other
Let's
movies
go
that
watch
came out
it.
before it, just I wish Joker was the first film to ever come out. I wish.
Just go watch Taxi Driver, man.
Joker was
Save
garbage.
the Last Dance.
What the Save the Last Dance? You're comparing Save the Last Dance to Avatar?
Oh, it's better than
Julia
Joker, that's
Stiles?
for sure.
Save the Last
You will put your back into it.
Save the Last Dance is definitely not better than Joker.
It's better than the Joker, that's for sure.
I can't wait for Hulk Hogan, Todd Phillips film where he rips off the wrestler. I think that movie's canceled.
Better than the wrestler.
Question number 30. What can Marvel learn from Tales of the Jedi? I haven't watched this
I still
show.
need to watch that. I watched some of the first episode. Pretty good so far.
Is that animated?
Yeah.
I've heard about that.
It is.
It
Yes,
is,
the
right?
Clone
So where does
Wars
that take
animation.
place in the timeline?
The prequels.
It's between prequel era.
Mhm.
Prequel era.
It's good.
Okay.
I'm
So
not
you're
gonna
gonna
lie,
see
it's
young
good.
young
Yeah.
Count Dooku, young
Oh,
Ahsoka.
okay.
When she's a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
That
me,
first
for me,
episode
this-
was the one that wasn't good, but the rest of them were okay.
For me, this question reads, what can Marvel learn from Star Wars? And that is nothing.
Nothing.
If there's something to learn, it's don't do that. Whatever they're doing over there, let them do it. Stay focused, stay in your lane, we'll do what we're doing.
Yeah, if you
Facts.
change the words of the question, sure. But specifically, Tales of the Jedi, I'm saying you can make animated shows and include them in your canon and not treat it like it's a joke, like What If? As if it's like has no consequences. It's just fun entertainment. Have fun, fun.
That's why if we
Bro,
do,
what
if-
is-
honestly before Infinity War, if they gave us like a little Thanos, 30-minute Thanos animated something, like to explain some of his origin, backstory, where he came from, that would have been cool.
Mm-hmm.
Bro,
it could
what
be
is
used
your
for
problem
backstory.
with? What is your problem with What If? Chill.
Touche.
What if was
It's
that?
consequenceless.
Fire, bro.
Stuff, yeah.
We're in the multiverse saga. It's not consequenceless.
We're in a multiverse saga. We talked about a Captain Carter, and then I watched Multiverse of Madness, and they actually admitted this isn't the same Captain Carter from that TV show you watched. They are closed off. It's not even Marvel.
But hold on.
No.
The whole point of the What If stuff is like it's supposed to be like, separate from everything almost. It's like one shots. It's Elseworld type style. So, but you're saying
it's
you want to
multiverse stuff,
integrate it
but
more
it's still
into the mutual?
connected.
Yeah.
It's connected because they share the same multiverse. So, like Kim Possible is connected to their universe. Then, like everything is connected. If you put it that
It's
way.
just the way Disney did it. They shouldn't have combined it at the end. Like it should have all been one-offs.
It's the circle of life. Come on.
And honestly, like literally in season one of the episodes could have been, what if Wolverine did this? Like they literally kept it just focused on the MCU, but they connected it so it's technically, if this same Watcher shows up in the MCU, it's for surely going to mean something.
Okay, if it's the same Watcher, if it's Jeffrey Wright's voice and he interacts with them, will I really have to have seen 10 episodes or 20 episodes because there's going to be a new season? No, I didn't really need to see it. It ain't attached. It's why I dislike Eternals. It barely had any attachment to the rest of the films. I'm into. What, you think there was attachment, Trinity?
Man, there's a lot of attachment there, but that would be for me to go on and ramble for another half hour. So I can't really go into it. But there's major attachment.
Oh yeah, I forgot Blade's voice. That was a big attachment there.
No, I mean it's just everything that's going on. Everything that's going on in the movie with the celestial technology, some of the other stuff we see Makari and the Emerald Tablet. I mean, the Emerald Tablet is kind of what alchemy is based off of. Alchemy is kind of what our modern science
You're making
and,
things
and
up. You're
health
making
and things
connections up.
are.
You're hoping the Emerald Tablet connects. There's no movie that referenced
it's in there,
it yet.
but it's what science and all these things are based off of. People trying to improve themselves and create the super soldier serum, trying to recreate these other elements of technology that they have found.
Okay.
Ancient
When did they say that in
technology.
Falcon
That's
Winter
what it's all
Soldier?
about.
When did they say that
what
in
it's all
any
about.
of the shows or any of the movies? You're filling in holes.
That's what the super soldier serum is. The super soldier serum is basically the same thing known as like the Philosopher's Stone. And the Philosopher's Stone is being attributed with being created through the Emerald Tablet, which is essentially just a philosophy that, again, comes down to alchemy and how modern science and technology works. And we're talking about science and magic here in the MCU. I mean, it's all interconnected, everything that they're doing here.
I want you to say "told you so" the day that what you just explained to me is referenced.
But it's already alive and well in the MCU. That's the thing. All the technology they're doing, that's what it is. They're just recreating technology that already exists. And I'm telling you, they are taking and trying to upgrade the their selves to essentially become a god. And if you go back, I'm telling you, you got to look up the Emerald Tablet and see what it's all about.
It could all be
exactly
true.
What it's all about.
The show never mentions it, or the movies don't mention it.
The movie is all about it. That's the thing.
Other
The
movies.
movie, but that's the thing, is they all revolve around that technology.
Right. So we'll
see
the
Iron Man suit, all of it.
It's got to start somewhere.
It's all science and technology.
But
is it better than the Attack of the Clones?
Is what better than Attack of the Clones?
Tales of the Jedi.
Is Tales of the Jedi better than Attack of the Clones? I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
Complaining about the volume is hilarious. Yo, bro, you see the new paintbrush? F that S and any art made with it.
Yeah,
but we're complaining about the way they use the volume, not specifically the technology. Of course, there's good ways to use the volume tech where you got like green screens that actually move and they're not green. That's cool. What could they learn? Don't hire Ruin Johnson.
Well, what the volume is they're basically shooting in front of a TV screen, and when you go and watch all the stuff they're shooting it on, it looks terrible. And it works in the Mandalorian and stuff because they're working on small sets and they have a lot of stuff filling in around it. Once they get the technology, it'll probably look a lot better, but you can tell when they're using the big screen and have actors and don't have much piled in front of it, like Thor Love and Thunder, it looks horrible. Even a lot of the stuff we've seen in the Ant-Man trailer looks horrible. I mean, you could tell. I mean, it looks like people standing not in front of a green screen. It looks like them standing in front of a TV, and it looks horrible.
When I look for it, I see it. And sometimes, lately, I'm looking for it just to see if I see it, and I find it. I mean,
so far, only the Batman and the Mandalorian use that technology. That's
and again, I think it's because they have everything crowded in there with it. It kind of helps cover it up because, like the Mandalorian, they're all on those small sets, and it really works. But like the out in the open stuff, even some of the desert scenes, it's kind of like
you can start to notice that stuff.
Yeah,
it's an infinite number of universes, whatever. Respect the prequels, that's right. What
Absolutely.
If is the one? Yeah, exactly, Mike. What If is one of the only Marvel shows that were good.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, what if it's fire? I don't know what these guys are talking about, bro.
My main complaint
episode 4
is
was fire. Episode 8 was fire. That's about it.
The zombie episode was fire. Doctor Strange episode was fire. The Watcher episode was fire. What are you talking about?
And it was inconsequential to Multiverse of Madness. The main character, Doctor Strange.
I think the only good one was the Hank Pym shits on Fury's big week episode.
That was a good one too.
That's the Hank Pym I want to see. That's definitely the Hank Pym that slapped Janet.
Yeah, you know what else is good? 90 Day Fiance. But do you guys need to watch that show? No. It's got nothing to do with 33 Burning MCU Questions.
It's not good, bro. What are you talking about?
I don't even know what that is.
We know what it is.
What are you watching?
Let's have a question for all I guess for like Mike and like Second Street Marvel and Chill. Like, so what if I recently just got into it because I'd been putting it off because it was a cartoon. I didn't care about it. But the more I hear about it, the more I hear that like it ties into Secret Wars somehow. Is this true? Can you kind of confirm that? Like story-wise, like at least in the comics.
No. Secret Wars is when all of the universes implode on each other, and every universe is in this one battle, like Doom World. That's what Secret Wars is. So yes, in a way, no, that's not what Secret Wars is. The new one.
Secret Wars was with the new one. I don't know.
No, but go explain the old one then, because we don't know which one they're adapting.
The old one was with the Beyonder. The Beyonder came down, and Doctor Doom tried to steal his power, which he ended up stealing his power and getting it, and they were fighting him and all that. It was with the Beyonder.
Which one do you guys think they'll do? The most recent one or the OG Secret Wars?
Man, I hope
really
they do the OG
Combine
one.
them. They'll combine them.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
they might do
probably
that
what they'll
too.
do.
Yeah.
That's going to be a long ass movie if they combine them.
That's what the MCU does. It's all. That's why I like to call it the MCU mystery meat. Is because they take that they take everything like these different stories and they mash them together, essentially.
Oh, and Chill. I was helping a customer, but I would like to comment on a comment. To Anzo and D Steels, the prequels are some of the worst abominations in cinematic history. So, yeah, let's just put that out there.
Are you done? Are you done?
He's right.
No, as someone else said, I could do this all day.
I'm a Star Wars purist. I'm a Star Wars purist. There's only Star Wars.
Thank you.
Everything else is downhill. There's only Star Wars.
You're one of those ones. No, there's
Yeah.
Star Wars and the prequels, and then
Empire, Return, everything after that. It's all it all fails. Star Wars.
No,
exactly.
Prequels we got there, and then everything else fails. Yes. Revenge of the Sith is the second best Star Wars movie ever.
I do like Revenge. I will say I like Revenge. Revenge is good.
Man.
You underestimate my power.
Delusion.
What if in Ms. Marvel were the only shows I thought were good from start to finish? What were you gonna say, Sergio?
I was that comment about Revenge. I like the fact that Revenge of the Sith, it's up there, man. I'd put it top 3. I put the original, Return, and then Revenge of the Sith. Yeah, it's the top 3.
Usually people have Empire really high. I guess you don't.
Or sorry, Empire Strikes Back. Excuse me. Empire would put number 2. The first one for me is always, like it's the OG, man. You can't. It's what started it all, right? Then Empire, and then
I love the OG, but it's kind of hard to watch sometimes,
Yeah.
Yeah, because then you're like, oh my god, the prequels came after this. Like, how far did it go down?
I know, just like the effects are great at the time, but they don't hold up. Empire Strikes Back, the effects and everything.
Knowing all the care and all the effort they put into those special effects just makes it that much more special. Because the prequels, it's that adage of just because you have doesn't mean you should, and that's exactly what they did. Lucas didn't care. They aren't good. Exactly.
The prequels were visually great looking at the time for the time.
That comment
Absolutely.
right there. That's it in a nutshell. Dave Filoni saved Star Wars. Okay,
get out of here with that.
Oh no. Dude, George Lucas did his best effort to trash the thing he created. So when all these people during the sequels are saying, "Oh no, let's bring back George Lucas so he can save Star Wars," I'm like, y'all didn't see the prequels, did you? Because he had already begun trashing it.
Yeah, they did see the prequels, and that's why they want to bring them back, because they know.
Terrible, because they're masochists.
A surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. Prequels. You guys watch the Star Wars movies? What a bunch of posers. The only real Star Wars is the very first novelization that truly had George's vision. Attack of the Clones sucked. I want my money back. What's GL?
George Lucas.
I don't know how Attack of the Clones can suck when you had that kick-ass fight scene at the end. Then you had Yoda pulling out his lightsaber and
Mexican jumping bean Yoda. Yeah, that was awesome.
Fire.
That was awesome.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
It was fire. Damn right.
He wasn't jumping. That was the Force.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Terrible.
You're fans, man. Mike. Well, the question was about what they could learn from Tales of the Jedi. I'm just saying animation, it can be done. Does anyone want to touch this, or are we moving on?
Well, I don't. They can tell they can tell stories to flesh out the stuff. Because if this is what they're doing with Ahsoka, and then we're seeing and see, this is the thing. I will say this one thing about those abysmal sequels. This Tales of the Jedi thing, when they showed the trailer the first time, I saw that, and I'm like, wow, they actually made those prequel movies look like those are actually Star Wars movies, because it looked intriguing. It looked like they were actually telling a well-told story instead of trade embargoes and galactic senates and all that BS. like that every kid wants to see.
That shit was like a little part of the movie. You act like that was the whole damn movie. It was like 10 minutes of each movie, bro.
Whenever they weren't doing that BS, they were doing that
The
crappy
politics
acting.
in Star Wars is the second best part about Star Wars, aside from the lightsabers and the Force.
My politics. I don't want politics in my entertainment.
Attack of the Clones was not that bad. Please don't do that.
It was.
No,
Sean
it
is
wasn't.
correct.
Yeah.
No, it
No.
was. Attack of the
I would
Clones
agree
is
they
single-handedly the worst Star Wars product, and this is including the holiday special ever
The
created.
worst start. No.
Yes.
You have Force Awakens, you have The Last Jedi, and you have Rise of Skywalker. All three of those movies are worse than Attack of the Clones.
Here, and
all
I'm
three.
saying this. People are
I think The Force Awakens was a good start. It was a good start.
It was
They just
fine,
finished
but then it gets
everything.
ruined by the other two because the writers didn't have any consistency. They got a new script every single movie 3 different times. That is no way I'm giving points to that over Attack of the Clones, which was just George's vision.
Yeah.
The reason the sequels aren't as bad as the prequels is because you do not expect anything from Rian Johnson and J.J. Abrams because they are not the individuals that created this universe.
So J.J. Abrams,
George Lucas should be held to a higher standard because he is the one that created all of this. For him to deliver those 3 pieces of crap that were called the prequels, those are mid. Those are below his standards that he set for himself in 77, 80, and 83.
One question. Hold on. J.J. Abrams, right? He made a Star Trek movie better than everyone except Wrath of Khan.
First J.J. Abrams.
J.J. Abrams Star Trek is better than every Star Trek movie except Wrath of Khan. Yes, it is.
Dude,
yes, it is.
You're talking like someone that hasn't seen any Star Trek except for Wrath of Khan. If you watch Star Trek, then you would see better stuff than whatever you. Because even what's acknowledged as far as the Star Trek movies are that the even ones are the good ones. Personally, for me, I enjoyed Star Trek: The Motion Picture, and I enjoyed The Search for Spock.
Oh, there we go.
the 5th one and all that. That was a little too much. And then everything that came after that, maybe except for maybe First Contact. But yeah, no, that's.
After you said you liked the motion picture, that just makes your
see,
opinion down low because nobody likes the motion picture.
But when you take that into the proper context, because at that point, like this is back in like what 78, 79, like things weren't. It wasn't the industry that it is now. And back then, Star Trek, the original TV show was canceled in the 60s, so they got a motion picture, which was unheard of at the time, and they were able to do this. So what they were doing was they were reintroducing the Star Trek universe to both the fans and the normies that were out there that were checking out this movie for the first time in an attempt to piggyback off of the excellent Star Wars movie known as Star Wars in 1977, because that was the shtick that they were coming, because it was like basically that was what was groundbreaking and trend setting and all that, and they were trying to like, hey, you know what, we were here first, so that's what they were doing.
You see, I don't deny everything you said. I don't deny none of it. Still doesn't make it good.
Oh,
no matter what you said, doesn't make it good.
It was if you can sit there and say Avatar was good, then Star Trek the motion picture was good, because the story was just as basic as Avatar.
Avatar wasn't good though. I didn't like Avatar either, so we're on the same page on that one.
Sean is right there. Sean was go back to that.
The holiday special is better than all of these things.
Actually, yep, facts.
I'll give him the sequel trilogy era, but no. The 7, 8, 9. My philosophy on that is exactly what Nick Fury said about.
But given that it's a stupid ass decision, I've elected to ignore it.
The evens of the OG crew are amazing. Abrams can come somewhere after those plus First Contact and Generations. That sounds like a lot of Star Trek, and I don't watch that franchise. Doesn't make sense to me. I would put it a little ahead of Insurrection. As someone who's seen Daniel all the Star Trek movies, I agree. JJ's Trek is better than all of them except for Wrath of Khan.
Facts.
Yeah.
We get on to the Marvel portion of this show. 31 is... Do you care about Wakanda Forever spoilers? I don't, because it doesn't have T'Challa in it. It's just like a wreck of a movie. I'm sure it's great. I don't care about spoilers. If I slip up and say something, I apologize, but you guys are all warned. I just don't. That's not me. I don't care. Who wants to touch this one?
To be honest with you, I'll go ahead, Mike. You go first.
No, it's simple. I do. I don't.
Oh,
I
you
mean,
do.
even Black Adam. Why did Dwayne do that? Like, I didn't want to know that. Like, I would have rather have seen it in the movies. So yeah, I don't understand the spoiler climate where people don't have a problem with, like, you know, hearing things and getting on YouTube things and talking and saying all this stuff, like, you know, or like the thing even with the Spider-Man stuff. Like, we knew a year
was bad
that Andrew and Toby were coming. Why did somebody like that just like?
Well, that's like the Doctor Strange thing. We knew that was like the original leaks in the movie, and we knew that like almost 2 years ago. And everybody's talking about, oh, Feige's going through and changing everything. They didn't change anything, nothing.
But here's
that
the question.
Leaks.
Here's the question I'll ask to that though. Do we know it because we're in the YouTube space? Because normies didn't know. When they went to the theater, they were screaming and cheering and, oh my God, look who it is, right? So I think it's just because we're in this space and this is what we do is why we know this stuff.
Well, see, ideally, what I would want is what Marvel did for both Infinity War and then Endgame, where you knew nothing.
I agree.
They did like a little ass trailer for Endgame or whatever. They changed and the whole thing. I know people got pissed off because the Hulk wasn't running in Wakanda and blah blah blah. And I'm like, you know what? If you got to do some fake out trailers, do it. I don't care because I don't want to know what happens in here. I want everything. Like, I want that moment, like when Cap picked up Mjolnir. That is a moment I will never forget because I saw that there. I didn't see it on my phone. I didn't see it on YouTube. It was in the movie theaters with a bunch of people. Like, that was an event right there. And when you do this, you know, you get idiots like that Soups dude recording himself. Like, oh yeah, like he totally didn't know that like reacting to that moment. Like, really? Like, was that a thoroughly genuine reaction to seeing Henry Cavill on screen? Or did you know that he was going to be like, it's ridiculous. It's performative. And this is where we are now. And this is what people do. And it's stupid.
But I think even the Endgame and Infinity War stuff, there was a lot of leaks that we knew all that stuff that was coming anyway. It's just at one point there was so much coming, especially at that point, there was so much coming out. You didn't know exactly what was real
true
and exactly
or not.
What wasn't, because there were still some of those leakers out there who weren't, I guess you would say, as well known as being well informed as they are now. But I think at this point, like all the leaks and stuff we've seen have come true. And I get that a lot of people don't like them. I don't mind because to me, hearing one thing and actually seeing it on screen is a completely different thing. But I totally get people not liking it, and I don't really care about spoilers.
And I'm a little bit like you too, because sometimes, man, like when Phantom Menace came out, I went online and I found a spoiler, and it was the whole. No, not Phantom Menace. It was Force Awakens, and they had the spoiler on there, and it was everything that I seen in the movie, and I read it. You know what I mean? Because I was interested. I'm like, I want to know what they're really gonna do, so I read it. So sometimes I care, and sometimes I don't. Depends on the movie.
Wait, did you care during the Force Awakens, or were you just like doing a stupid decision? Did you really not care?
No. I did care, but I was so hyped for a new Star Wars movie. I needed to know what happened in this movie, right? And it was driving me crazy. So when I seen it, and I was like, is this true? But then when I started watching the movie, I'm like, oh man, this thing was like on point from word for word, everything in the movie. So I was like, okay, so I know it's gonna happen.
Infinity War and Endgame, yeah, I would not want to see those spoilers. Sergio, do you care about Wakanda Forever spoilers?
For sure, man. I'm not a fan of spoilers in general, man. You know, I think someone mentioned earlier, like the whole Cavill thing. Like, why did they announce that, man? That was the wrong move, man. Like, I could only imagine. I know personally my reaction to have seen him come back in that post credit, and I just would have been blown away and hype, and Superman fans, Cavill fans have been waiting this for years, man. So to me, it was. Knowing ahead of time, to be honest, it was a little underwhelming. I'm still hyped for his return, but his appearance was a little underwhelming. So I mean, just in general, this spoiler culture, man, trying to be first and this and that, is whack, man. You know, I miss those days that, growing up, you'd go to the theaters and then it's word of mouth. You hear, you know what I mean, and it's a different time, that's for sure, man. You know.
Yep. It's funny you said that at the same time this comment was written. I miss the days when we walked into a movie not knowing anything, and we actually would be surprised.
He's a smart guy.
I actually missed the days when you would have to go to a movie to see a trailer for the movie that you wanted. You know what I mean? Like you didn't see
James
nothing
Cameron
online.
did that with the Avatar. He said, "I don't want this on any YouTube screen. I want this to be showing in trailers only." And that's why the Avatar trailer debuted there too. It debuted there first before you could see it on the internet.
I wish they would more. I wish more would do that.
Yeah.
Put it in
Well,
theater
you see the
first.
way
And
they used to market movies too. Anyway, like if you go back and watch like the OG like Gremlins spots and everything, TV spots and commercials, like they didn't really show you anything about that movie at all, really. Like it was crazy the marketing they did for that.
Now they pretty much show you everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's some trailers you watch, and it's like, oh, I seen the whole movie.
Fast and Furious is exactly what you're talking about right now, Anzo. They will show you the same, the whole movie, scene by scene, the same pacing and everything. At least, like, you know, show something at the ending, at the beginning of your trailer. Show, like, be special. Trick me.
I think some things that don't really matter as much. You know, like if you like when it comes to the trailers and stuff, like. Because I feel like a movie like Fast and Furious and all that, like, oh, like you want to see what you're gonna see, because you kind of already know what to expect. You're not thinking about like, oh, you know what, Tony Stark is gonna do this. He's got this thing he's gonna find and all this and that. I think it's a very different thing for a lot of other movies.
You know what? The Creed 3 movie trailer, because we know he's gonna box somebody at the ending. I suppose you can reveal a little bit of the something plot details. So that one, it's fine. I can accept it. Sometimes I care. Yeah, go ahead, Jamie.
Yeah, honestly, if nobody wants to read any spoilers, just stay off the internet. Period. Because it's gonna get spoiled. Like remember 3 years ago when Endgame came out, like I forget how many days it was. Like, it was like 3 days before the movie came out. The whole movie got spoiled on Reddit, and I'll admit I was one of the, I wasn't one of the people who spoiled it, but I did read the whole thing, so I was curious. It didn't really ruin the experience for me, but like Mike said, maybe it would have been more enhanced. I hadn't known what was going to happen beat for beat. And like everything got spoiled. Everything.
No, I agree with that 100%. I think sometimes certain movies, like you have to, like, it's better to not know anything. And sometimes I like when, you see a trailer and you think the movie's going to be this and it's something totally different. It's like, oh, okay, that's, I wish they would do more of that stuff.
That's the way, man. That's the way. Go into like media content, whether it's film. I do that all the time with comics, man. I don't know anything about it. I just go in and enjoy it, man. Or not enjoy it, But
for me, I like speculation and theories more than anything, which is why I kind of like kind of culty. But he also does a lot of those based off of some of the leaks that we get anyway. So, but I like theory and speculation, like what they could do.
I got spoiled on Han's death for Fast and Furious, Superman's death, Makari putting them hands on Icarus.
Well, that's what we were doing at the store for when The Force Awakens came out, because we came to the conclusion that, okay, they got all three of the original characters back, so they're either going to kill all of them or they're going to have them like not be in a it's not basically going to have not a happy ending. And Han Solo was hands down the favorite to be the one that died, because Harrison Ford wanted him dead back in '83. So it was just like a logical conclusion, like, hey, if you come back, we'll kill you. And of course, that's what happened. So that was kind of like a no-brainer. But yeah, speculation is one thing, at least as long as you don't know, like details of, oh, well, this person was spotted on the set and, this thing and whatever else. But I just, the less I know, the better off I am, because I'm going to see a movie to be entertained and be surprised, and whatever else the person that actually sat there and devoted time out of their life to put together wants me to feel. And when someone else says that, I don't want it.
When I don't respect the guy who put the movie together, and I disagree with the decision to remove the superhero.
Are you saying you don't respect Ryan Coogler? Is that what you're saying here? Is that what you're on broadcasting on YouTube saying?
I don't respect his decision. I disagree with it, and I don't even care about the movie. So yeah, like Professor the film fan is telling us, normally I hate them, but not for this movie. I read the plot leaks for Force Awakens trailer. I wasn't surprised by Han's death because Harrison wanted out of the franchise since Empire. I don't care about being spoiled with Wakanda Forever. See, there's a lot of us here. He was pushing for that. Cole says when Endgame was spoiled, I was just like, yeah, let me guess, Iron Man dies, Black Widow or Hawkeye dies, some characters retire.
See, but the Hans, that's a good one because I'm a casual Star Wars fan. I enjoy Star Wars, but even something like that, like to have it spoiled and that's just whack, man. You know, like
yeah,
you know,
I agree.
We can't just be like.
And there are people that get off on that, man. It's like they take pleasure out of like spoiling stuff for people, and I don't understand that.
It's crazy.
You see, when I read the spoiler and they said Han died, I was like, wait a minute, these fuckers are not gonna kill Han. You know what I mean? And then when I watched the movie and I seen it lead up to it, I'm like, oh, this is where they. And I said it, I'm like, this is where they kill Han, and my kid was like, don't tell me, and I was like, oh my bad. I was like, my bad. But yeah, and I was like, I can't believe they really did this. So
yeah, when that happened, my daughter started crying. I'm like, you knew this was coming. Like, I don't understand why this is a big like emotional surprise to you. She's like, yeah, but it happened. It actually did happen because up until that point, just people saying it, you know.
Right?
Like,
yeah.
But then when you see it, it's
like
I'm like,
really?
whatever. It's trash.
Diesel says Ryan Coogler.
It ended at Return of the Jedi. They are still partying in Endor. That's how it ended.
Thank you to every one of you who are here watching, and all 31 of you like the stream. Diesel says Ryan is the black trauma master. I don't respect him or Nate Moore. That's the executive producer over at Marvel.
Okay, so
people don't like him.
I'm not gonna say because of one decision that I don't respect him or I don't like the man
Pretty
anymore.
big decision.
I don't like his decision, but his movies are still fire. So,
but what if like you haven't seen Wakanda Forever? You don't know what they're going to do.
Exactly.
It could be great. Riri Williams can steal the show, and Shuri could be a better fighter than T'Challa ever was.
T'Challa. This is what I'm saying. Like, you don't know what they have in store. Once you see it, and then you see what they've done or they didn't do, then I understand the vitriol and the hate and the the disgust and all that stuff.
I've read what they didn't do, and it's understood. So I won't say more because you don't want to be spoiled. But from every decision made and every plot reveal since like the movie premiered, so these are not just like leaks that are uncredited. This is like really what happened. I hate the movie.
And and then there's people like me that like shit isn't that deep with it. Like me, I'm just not gonna go see it because like they didn't recast T'Challa. I mean, they could have just got a new actor and did a new movie. And also because they've lost me with Thor: Love and Thunder. I mean, take your character seriously. And obviously by not recasting T'Challa, you're not taking the character very seriously. If you ask me, not getting my money. That's
yes.
Yeah. No hate involved.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see it. I'll definitely go see it. I'm gonna pay for like another movie at the time, and then just go walk in.
That's what I'm doing. I'm getting a ticket for another movie, and then I'm walking into Black Panther. This guy, yo,
life hack.
Yo, my man, bro, too much.
Now, what happens opening weekend when this movie makes $500,000? I mean, half a billion dollars.
Is that a serious question?
It's definitely going to make more than Black Panther did. I'm sorry, Black Adam did. Opening weekend, it's going to make way more.
Oh, easy. You can't compare though. That's not fair.
Here's the thing, though. I don't necessarily disagree with you guys. I wouldn't want to be in the situation that Marvel is in, but doing this and voting with your dollar and stuff like that, I think there are going to be more people that aren't going to do that. And this isn't like you're not sending them a message. You're just depriving yourself of that experience.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not depriving myself of seeing Soups jump up in the middle of the crowd and start cheering. I'm not.
Oh, come on. Let's go.
What is going on? Why are we insulting Soups today? Soups is like a TikTok guy, right? That's the young guy.
No, he did this. He put this video of a theater reaction. Admittedly, I'm just making fun of. Like, I think the dude's an all right guy, but he admittedly did this video. Is kind of like, dude, just stop, But he's an all right dude though. He's all right.
People that break chills
watching the end of Black Adam. That was it, and posted it on Twitter. You can see it.
I heard about. You were talking to Pickle about that one.
Yes.
Chill's art's rules are frankly immoral. It's not my rule on the art. It is they're removing the greatest black superhero that's ever existed with the most comic books and coverage, and they're taking that away. That's my gripe. Welcome back, Kate, out to the stream. Kidda, we were just
do you have
asking.
videos set to go after when the movie finally drops?
No, I'm actually gonna like stop doing YouTube videos on Black Panther. The closer we get to the movie, just because I don't want to contribute to its success, I guess, or like buzz or whatnot. So
you're not gonna speak its name.
Yeah.
Into the ether.
I'm just gonna do a spoiler review, and that's it. And I'm done. Anything MCU Wakanda, I'm done with. Like,
ain't nothing you do or don't do, Chill, is going to affect the way the movie performs.
No, I had a pretty viral tweet go out. Like it got
I know. I seen it. I
think it had
retweeted
25,000 views on it. I think some people may have been like, "Yeah, why aren't they recasting?" After what? Somebody was 25,000 views.
Well, I think you made
after all,
you probably made the best video. You got straight to the point, established everything. We
also can't forget that Chillmonger is part of the Plus gang. I think people underestimate that fact.
That's right.
He's definitely part of the Plus gang.
You are a Disney Plus star, so
everyone check out Behind the Mask on Disney Plus and Marvel. Go skip to that 56th minute, and you'll see your favorite YouTuber.
Yep.
Oh shit, that's no home.
Let's see.
The gamers are going to be on there.
Please do not speak the name of YouTubers who you don't approve of. If you want to say nice things about YouTubers, let's bring them up. If you're not going to say something nice, please don't. I disagree. A lot of us just don't want to pay for a funeral. That's right. Snyder Steppenwolf.
And that too, like, I wondered what the repeat viewings would be because, like, it is a funeral.
Yeah, are you gonna repeat that? I want to feel that feeling
movie,
again.
But it's a funeral. Like, nobody pays twice to go to a funeral in real. Well, nobody don't pay to go to funerals, but like, nobody's not going to be excited about going to a funeral. You know?
Yeah, but it's probably going to be such a small portion of the movie. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like going to be like 30 minutes of funeral.
I mean, hey, as they said, the whole movie was to honor Chadwick. And just like a funeral, you honoring somebody the whole event.
Yeah, but you don't have to honor him by showing his funeral all the time. Like, that's not the way.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're gonna like the whole movie's about funeral. What I'm saying is the whole thing is a funeral in a sense because it's to honor Chadwick himself. Like, it's, you go to funerals, you honor somebody. Even, after the funeral, you eating out and stuff, and you go and eat, you're still honoring the person, you're still celebrating. And when the day's over, the celebration of this person passing on is done.
I'm only curious about this movie because, like, E-Man, his out of theater reaction, like, he looked like I did when I walked out of Thor: Love and Thunder, man. I'm like, dude, somebody just slapped this dude across the face and he didn't do nothing about it. He walked out that theater.
Even I was shocked. Soups wasn't messing with it. I'm like, if Soup's not messing with it, something's up. And he is not saying he's a bad dude, but he's a fanboy like crazy for anything. He's a Superman fanboy, but comes to MCU, he's a fanboy.
Yeah,
he's 32. Why is Ironheart being introduced before Miles Morales' Spider-Man? Iron Man was a huger deal. You got the right answer, I guess. But Iron Man was a huge deal. He's this high-profile character in the movies. Comic book-wise, of course, it's Spider-Man. But movie-wise, the portrayal that Robert Downey accomplished is just legendary. So then, by that, Ironheart has more of what they were looking for with making Miles Spider-Man. They're getting it with making Riri the next Iron Man. Thankfully, she has a different name.
I'll tell you why Miles Morales is not being introduced yet. Because you have these multiverse movies coming out, right? That's why. So they're probably going to finish those off first and then
maybe animated ones.
And then introduce them in.
And they did establish that his uncle is proud.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Danny Glover is Prowler. I don't know how. I couldn't take him serious as a criminal. But his uncle's there. So Miles is in the universe. We just haven't seen him yet. So more than likely, whenever Tom finishes all his movies and his contracts, the next goal may be to make Miles Morales take over for him.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll actually be okay with it because Tom Holland's Peter Parker is a chump. So yeah, give me Miles. Give me Miles.
What review Soups on Black Adam? Showmonger, check my comments. Which comments?
I don't know what Soups thinks about Black Adam. You probably want to talk about the Superman thing.
He says, "Did you see all the? Did you? all see the claim that Ryan Coogler made that he regularly had the family had input. Yeah, I saw him say something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I find that hard to believe that the family would be okay with killing off T'Challa. Maybe
Definitely
they were
not the
just.
brother. I don't know what the
I don't
other
know.
thing
I don't
was.
know what in their input or the level of input was it. What would you like us to do? Because surely they didn't say, "Yo, you should kill T'Challa," just like Chadwick died. They didn't say that. But if he asked yes or no questions of would this be okay? Here's the movie that we had. You have any objections? If it was like that, where they just were like, "Yeah, we don't want to be a stick in the mud," and they just kind of gave the thumbs up, that's probably their input, I guess.
Well, that's exactly what it is, right? Because how much do they even know about the character of T'Challa, anyways, right?
Mhm.
So it would more or less be, hey, you know, we're thinking about recasting, or we're gonna do it. We don't want to do it. Do you think we should? Oh no, you don't do it. They don't know what
They
T'Challa
don't.
means.
Yeah, all you said was input. Like that has so much room for interpretation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
Purposefully.
I honestly, I heavily doubt they probably asked the family one thing one time, because when you hear the way the brother talks about it, he's, but he thinks there's an agenda thing. I don't, I'm not saying I believe it, but he thinks there's a agenda behind them not recasting
There's a
T'Challa.
narrative in Hollywood of a black man
Female.
being king. It's not exactly fitting
Yeah,
that.
that's what he said.
So yeah, if Jaden Smith is cast as Miles, I might have a stroke. He's too old now.
Jaden Smith isn't that bad, guys.
I feel like he's capping. Ryan
Just because
Coogler.
he sucked in his dad's trash movie. What was that movie? After
Earth. Garbage.
That, this is one bad movie. When they bring back Jaden Smith and Cobra Kai, he's all good.
He was good in The Karate Kid. He was good in, well, he was a little younger still, but he was good in Pursuit of Happiness.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that one movie where he was like horrible. Like
And
the movie was bad, but he was bad too. Like he was just like bad.
The best Will Smith kid is the girl who sings. She's
Willow.
amazing voice.
Willow Smith.
Willow doesn't do much anymore though. Like, I don't even think she's still doing music. She disappeared after her "Whip My Hair" song.
She had one more.
Well, the best actor in that family is his wife. They're putting off a face like she's like this loyal wife for decades.
Hey,
know
keep
what
his
you
wife's
did
name
there,
out of your mouth. Kata, tell me one good performance by Jaden.
Karate Kid. He was solid in that movie. He wasn't even bad. I thought I really liked him in Karate Kid. He was good.
So did I.
That's a good movie.
And it's not a bad movie. And honestly, it's probably one of the few Karate Kid movies I actually do a rewatch in general.
Oh, it's really good. I was surprised how good that movie was. I was like, wait a minute. You know what I mean? Because, the remake, and I'm like, they're remaking Karate Kid, and it's Jaden. We'll see. But I enjoyed it.
Back on topic, everyone. Why is Ironheart being introduced before Miles? I said because Iron Man is really popular. Someone said because of Sony. Who else wants
Sony? But also too, listen, you can't have two Spider-Mans that are too close in age. So
True.
Homie Spider-Man got to be a little bit more OG, older. Then you introduce Miles, right? It'll be weird, like just cinematically. I think, like even
Yeah,
but
absolutely. I agree.
I'd love to.
That
see
is also that's true too, because for example, the Spider-Man PS4 game, Peter's like he's done with college.
Yeah.
In that game, and now he's working with Otto at his startup company. So he's still in his 20s, but he's had enough experience, got like 8 years of experience to teach Miles something.
Exactly. You need that OG Spidey to kind of teach him, the ropes and like at least the post college.
And then
Spidey,
Tom Spider-Man lost like 5 years of experience he could have gained because he was Snap.
Yeah.
So he wasn't even he hasn't even been Spider-Man that long. In general.
I just hate how this is an Ironheart question. You guys are choosing to focus on the Spider-Man stuff. Just crazy. Jamie,
it's not our fault. Spider-Man's better.
Your turn, Jamie. Why is Ironheart being introduced before Miles?
Because they're trying to milk Tom Holland's Spider-Man, or his version of Peter Parker, which is smart because Peter Parker's Spider-Man is kind of like their flagship character. Like if they're gonna keep him for a long time before they introduce Miles.
All right, chill. Here's your answer. Chill. Because nobody other than you knows who the hell Riri Williams is.
What happened to Anzo's internet connection? He's all of a sudden gone from the stream. That's crazy.
I mean, Anzo low-key preaching, man.
Oh, you want to go too?
I mean, I was lucky. I knew who she was before they introduced her in this movie. I didn't read her comics though.
Okay, J. Cole rethinking that Jada and Will Love bar. Yeah. The Karate Kid remake wasn't bad. It's decent enough. Remove a lot of the failed humor, and it would be better. Okay, guys. That last question of 33 burning MCU questions this week. If
Sean
you're
is letting
Feige,
that jaded go into his life.
you're watching 33 burning MCU questions. It's Chillmonger with Jamie, the AMBW channel, with Trinity from Second Street Marvel. Onzo is from Biggerford Entertainment. K. SSJ, K. Sanctum, you're revived. And Sergio, the House of Nerd Show. 33, we're asking, if you're Kevin Feige, do you drop the entire plans to make possible a DC crossover with James Gunn? This man is still even involved in your studio. Yeah, he may have gotten promoted to be the DC CEO and chairman, co-CEO.
No.
But do you not just go, whoa, you're my boy. That Alan Horn guy works at DC too. I'm friends with both of you. I don't know what you're... Fine, kid, I go.
Absolutely not.
You
wait. For one, you would have to wait for them to build up something to have some sort of credibility to even want to do something like that. Because what they got right now is a mishmash. It's just a mess. And I wouldn't see him doing that at all. Doesn't seem like.
And also think about how much biases is going to go. All right, let's say do a crossover. Right, first things first. They're gonna have the characters fight before they team up and do anything. That's what we're gonna do. Think about it. Remember the comics that came out? Somehow Spider-Man beat up Superboy. Nobody wants to see that. I love Spider-Man, but you can't beat up Superboy. I'm telling you, they're gonna be so much bias when they do it.
Yeah.
They're gonna make so many people mad. They let Batman beat up Hulk. Like, it's gonna be so wild.
You see, the problem is I don't think they'd be able to, because each studio would be like, well, no, we're not letting that happen, and we're not gonna let this happen. You know what I mean? Right. So there would be a big argument about who would beat who, or who would even go up against each other. But like I said, you gotta establish characters in the DCEU first before you can even think about that, because no one's going to care about the DC characters. They're all going to be like, Marvel should win this, every character, because there's no love for those DC characters right now.
It wouldn't boost either one. It wouldn't boost either one either.
It would make fans happy, and it would sell tickets. It would make so much they could even split 50-50 and still make a profitable.
Yeah, it'll make a lot of tickets, but I think at the end of it is going to create something negative.
There is no but. You said it will sell a lot of tickets.
Though. I don't know if it'd make fans happy.
It's like Transformers, right? Those movies sold a lot of money, but they still got that stigma around them of being bad movies, even with all the money they made.
They're horrible.
I'm honestly telling you, if that movie comes out, that crossover, it's going to be war on the internet. People are going to be. Superman fans are going to be fighting Spider-Man fans, Batman fans, attacking Moon Knight fans. It's going to be war.
You can easily create a storyline to keep Superman off until like the final battle, where like, oh yes, finally Superman's here, and everything will make sense. You know what I mean?
As long as Superman shows up to beat up everybody, at the end of the
movie, he'll stick up with his friends.
Right. But then you're gonna have everybody complaining. How come Superman was only at the end of the movie, man? Like, come on,
they have
man.
to have a movie. We needed a movie, so that's why the incursion that combines both of these universes didn't happen until the end of the movie. I'm just asking you, if you were Feige right now, planning doesn't mean they're not established yet, they're not us, so they can't have a proper movie. I'm just saying plan it.
I'll say this.
You don't say in year 2030 we'll have a crossover, and we have 6-8 years to get there.
All right, Joe, they do it like this: high budget, 24 episode TV show where Warner Brothers and Disney takes all their money combined, throw it into there, give us the one show with the highest budget of all time to make this happen. Yeah, be a masterpiece. In a movie form, you gonna make some people mad. Trust me, you're gonna make people mad.
It would probably work better as a series, to be honest with you.
There's too much content to make it into a film.
That's a one-time.
Too much stuff to pack into 3 hours, man.
No, that's how people are gonna die. That's like it's not gonna be a long battle. All you're gonna see is people die.
It doesn't need to be either. It doesn't need to be a long battle.
Well, the whole movie probably just a 3-hour fight, barely any dialogue, just people punching for 3 hours.
Yeah. It's like watching fucking Mike Tyson boxing reel back in the day. Just like that. That's it. You just watch all of this shit right there. Bam, done. Yeah.
Ray Fisher will show up in an MCU and DC crossover, call everyone racist. Bro, there's a lot of ammunition there, bro. Why didn't you recast?
It's Cyborg might get off pretty quick. That is Cyborg.
But honestly, the way the MCU, the way the MCU and DC are going, just do it, man. Who cares? At
Just
this
do it.
point, bro, the true ending of the MCU was Endgame. Okay, that was it. That was
So
it.
far, I'll agree
Everything
with that.
after that has been shit.
No.
Sorry, it's been crap.
Spider-Man No Way
Not
Home was
everything.
awesome. Shang-Chi was good.
Multiverse of Madness
Strange
was good.
and Wakanda Forever could be good, except they're killing T'Challa.
I honestly, that is on my bucket list. I do want to see a DC versus Marvel movie. I do. I genuinely, I don't care how bad it is. I just want to see it happen.
I would like to see it too. I'm not gonna lie. I would like to see it too. 100%. If they were to announce that, I'd be down for it for sure.
So, if you're Feige, do you drop entire plans? Chill says yes, he does. Trinity says
nope.
Damn. Sergio, what did you say?
No, that's you can't. Nah, that won't work, man.
You have to.
You
have to.
Yeah.
K-Dot said nah. Hanzo said nah. Jamie said
like one thing is too much legal stuff. Like imagine the legal stuff you got to go through just to get that done.
Hey, I agree with you there too, K-Dot. But remember, a lot of people said Spider-Man would never be in the MCU universe, and they made that work, right? So
yeah. Well, I think it because you have the licensing issues and stuff, and certain characters can only be used in a certain way. Especially at Warner Bros. Right now, and I hope they change this. Like they wanted to have Stargirl and Black Adam, but they couldn't use her
because
Stargirl
she's
had
in
a
the
TV
show.
right
Yeah, I know. That's dumb.
So,
they used to do the same thing with Batman, right? Because they didn't have Batman in Titans because they couldn't use him.
Yeah.
And then they started using Bruce Wayne, and they had him in the suit where they showed like from the back and stuff like that, but they haven't actually really, showed him being Batman. Yeah, so.
And I know that old and I know that old Batman they had in Titans was not wearing no bat suit. That dude was old.
Any last thoughts on this one, guys? Are we ending the stream there? DC crossover with Marvel?
Yeah. We say
Last thing I'll say DC will win, but
no, it wouldn't.
Check every single one of us out on YouTube. Chill, AMBW, Trinity, Alonzo, K-Dot, and Sergio, the House of Nerds show. Sergio, you're streaming tomorrow, comic book stuff?
Oh, yeah, every Sunday, my man, 11 a.m. Eastern. You know it, baby.
What's happening on K-Dot's channel?
I'm gonna drop my official Black Adam spoiler review solo video and Gotham Knights stream where we talk about the critics and their ridiculous critiques and all that for this game.
Onzo, are you going to be getting things off your chest on Wednesday?
Absolutely. It'll be the 100th episode, so gonna have a little fun,
Trinity, I see the Isom t-shirt. Where can we go if we want to find out more about this property?
Go check out my channel, Second Street Marvel, here on YouTube. You can also follow me on Twitter and all that stuff too. But yeah, it's the same thing right there. Second Street Marvel. Talk about comic books, movies, a lot of other stuff as well.
And biking. Jamie?
Yes.
No, nothing big coming up.
Well, I am Chillmonger. Probably got a Shuri video coming up tomorrow, maybe. If I work hard. If I don't, it may take a few days. Toodles.
Peace.